Cup final in Vegas to tie the series up at 2. Jordan Stahl had the game winner in the third period, and an empty netter made it a 5-3 final. It is the first time in Stanley Cup history that both teams in the final score 3 or more goals in each of the first 4 games. The series heads back to Raleigh tomorrow night for Game 5. Tonight, the New York Knicks look to win their first NBA Finals game at Madison Square Garden since 1999 as they host the Spurs for Game 4. Knicks lead the series 2-1. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
I'm starting to come around on summer sports during the sports calendar because the Stanley Cup finals have been electric. Not that I'm down on them. I'm just not a huge baseball fan. Don't watch a lot of regular season hockey, if I'm being completely honest. Even NASCAR. I threw on the NASCAR race on Amazon Prime on a replay yesterday, just out of sheer curiosity. I feel like summer sports is the most condensed time of the sports calendar, and I don't really think about it that way because there's no actual football, but I'm just having the time of my life every time I turn on the television.
I'm not going to lie to you.
These last couple of weeks.
I'm having more fun in this time of year than I do when we get to like that week 12 grind of Thursday night football.
Sure.
Like the stakes are higher. It's just absolute electricity at every one of these Stanley Cup final games. And I am very biased because the World Cup is this summer, but I am loving the period that we are currently in. Meanwhile, Robert is miserable.
I think I like this better than football season.
Oh,
Robert.
Shut up. Both of you, shut the hell up.
I'm having more fun.
Yeah, let's do all NBA, World Cup, and hockey today.
Please.
No football. Yeah,
Okay.
you got it. I'll take all the football off the grid. Tell Nick Suss not to show up at 10:20.
Do we have a lot of football on the grid?
Yeah, no,
Not really.
I'm deleting all of it. I'm deleting all of it. Don't worry.
Yeah, tell Nick, maybe take a rain check.
Yeah, we don't.
Nick can probably.
Unless he wants to come in and talk about some of this stuff.
You know what Nick can talk about? He can talk about the College World Series. Can we talk about the College World Series? I'll do it all. I'll do it all.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to get rid of SEC observations. We're going to get rid of minicamp check-ins. We're going to get rid of headlines at 12:20.
Okay.
We're going to get rid of all of that, and you guys can just talk about hockey, basketball, foosball, ping pong, and all this other crap that you think is better than football.
You don't think we can do it?
I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
Robert, if it's not Jacoby Brissett versus Deshaun Watson, he can't do it.
You guys don't want to talk about
Browns, Cardinals.
Come on. You guys don't want to talk about personnel usage? Do you know the Titans only used 22 personnel 0 times last year?
I think if they were good, we would care. And it's not that we don't care. I don't want to go to an extreme. I think if they were good, we would enjoy it more, right? Whereas there are no stakes. We are not professionally tied to the success or failures of these sports teams, these events that we just get to sit back and enjoy. I watch the hell out of the French Open. Anybody else? I think I'm into tennis. If tennis though is going the way of baseball, where you just don't know how long the match is going to last. And
a 4-hour match.
I don't have that time. Yeah, but it's great because it's on in the morning and we're not on until 10. So I'm making breakfast. I'm watching tennis. It's excellent.
Apparently, I did not mention Serena Williams did something awesome.
She unretired. She's playing doubles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are both guys that just got out of relationships. That's what you sound like. Oh, it's so great being single. I love sleeping in by myself. I love having no one in the house. I love my house being like a haunted mansion. This is great. This is awesome.
Experience.
You are all in denial. You're in denial.
And put it to a poll. What do you prefer?
Please.
Okay.
The summer sports calendar or Browns versus Cardinals?
No. The summer sports calendar or the fall. What do you like more?
Well, no, because I do enjoy the fall more.
Oh.
No, I do. It's in a non-World Cup year. I enjoy the fall more. But the only thing I said, Robert, is I am having more fun now than I am watching those like bottom of the barrel Thursday night NFL matchups.
You hush your mouth. Both of y'all are being dingleberries right now.
Like, I'm not saying this is more fun than
I'm going to be fair in the poll.
Football.
I'm going to say summer and fall. Summer and fall.
Oh, well, the fall on aggregate. Of course it's fall.
Yeah,
that's not even.
Because you guys are trying to move the goalposts.
That's not even. No, I never once said that summer sports are more fun than football season. I never said that.
You are having more fun.
I said I'm having more fun now than I would watching Browns versus Cardinals on a Thursday night, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that's wrong, but that's okay. So you would be willing, if you got to go to every Brazil World Cup game this year, would you say you don't get to watch any football in the fall? If you got to go to every single World Cup match that Brazil was in, you don't get to watch the Vols, you don't get to watch college football, you don't get to watch the Titans, you don't get to watch NFL.
How many more fewer opportunities there are for him to go to the World Cup? Like that's not even a
Robert. I would take that 100 times out of 100.
Not even a choice.
That's just so sorry. I feel bad for you that you've been brainwashed.
This is the first time you've been. I can tell there is genuine disappointment in your voice.
It just doesn't make sense to me. I can't even get up to care about any of this other stuff.
I didn't care about wrestling till I went to a WWE thing
and you
with
still don't care.
No, I had a great time.
You at that, and
you
you're
don't
like,
care about
he
wrestling.
literally,
I don't care.
you
Don't
literally
pretend you care.
said,
No, I don't care, but I'd go again.
I know you said I don't know if I can go again after you went to the match in Paris.
Well, that was sick. That'd be a tough one to beat.
I don't know if I can do this anymore. I look at you guys.
Come on, you didn't watch a second of that hockey game last night?
No, I watched the trial of the Incredible Hulk and fell asleep at 8:30.
What is that?
I don't know. It came on after the old Incredible Hulk.
You got no interest in the state. It's the only hockey games you could even. I mean, well, if you didn't watch the USA Canada
fandom. I'm not going to fake fandom.
Nobody's faking it. It's not faking fandom. It's being interested in sports that are not football.
It would be disingenuous for me to be like,
broadening your horizons.
Oh, what a great hockey game that was.
Opening your mind.
I love that hockey last night.
You don't have to know anything about what the hell happened other than it was so much fun to watch.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what I'll say then. Oh, it was a great game last night. It was sick.
That's what I just did for the first 7 minutes of the show.
5-3. Oh, incredible. Oh, it was just so good. I couldn't even see the puck. Like, come on, dude. I can't even deal with you guys.
Buddy, there is no world in which you can interest me more in OTA chatter.
That's ridiculous.
Is Cam Ward a bust or not? In June.
Yeah, that's a lame conversation.
That is the argument that some idiots on the internet are having today.
That's a lame.
I don't want to do that today.
I agree with you. There are much better conversations to be had than is Cam Ward a bust? That's ridiculous.
It's the only one that people seem to care about.
Right.
So, yeah, this game was...
All right, you guys, y'all have fun. Y'all have fun.
I mean, once again, like, you just think, and it didn't one-up games 2 and 3 that went to overtime and double overtime.
But I think it matched the level of just entertainment.
I mean, out of the gates, within the first 2 minutes, the Hurricanes are on the board, and then they double the lead. And it's 3-1 going into the first period after the Golden Knights' almost buzzer-beating goal was waved off, but it's just haymaker after haymaker. And then Jordan Stahl with the wildest acrobatic goal to push the Hurricanes in front 4-3 before the empty netter. And Brandon Bussey is kind of the story of these finals so far, especially if the Hurricanes win, being thrown into the mix after being down 4-0 the other day. And here they are, and he's kind of carrying the load in goal.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to ask what.
Well, he was not.
I know, but it's just worth the exercise. You know, at this point, I'm just poking fun at him. He is an excellent story. Vegas is turning into one of the biggest villains in the sport, right? If they win their second Stanley Cup after having I mean, when was Vegas founded as an expansion franchise? It's been, I don't know, 6 years, something like that. If they win a second Stanley Cup, I feel like they're going to turn into one of these hateable figures in sports where I'm kind of waiting for the Knicks to make that turn too, where you talk about their success. They're a fun story. The way that they got there, it's different in Vegas because of the way that the NHL does the expansion draft. So it's not like you were necessarily rooting for them as underdogs where they got to take their pick of some of the best players in the sport to join their franchise at the start. But it's a game that didn't need overtime. Carolina never trailed, but they felt like they were in danger the entire time, no? Like it felt like that Vegas was threatening the entire time, even though Carolina was never behind in that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, it feels like there's no way this series goes anywhere but the full 7 games.
And that's what we're hoping for tonight, too, in the NBA. The Spurs getting their first win of the series. The road team has won every game through the first 3 games, which I think if you would have talked about Madison Square Garden and home court advantage, and maybe home court advantage is really not that impactful in the NBA until you get back to New York, and you're expecting that to be overwhelming. And what happened? San Antonio went in there and literally shoved their faces in the ground, if you're Wembanyama, and got away with it. So now, with the opportunity to extend it to at least 6 games, we're going to at least get 5, which is great. I hope that series goes 7-2. That's what I'm saying, Robert. Like, there's just so much, the idea of a game 7, because I get what you're saying about football, and I'm not saying that this is a better time of year than football season. But I do love the idea that these teams in the NBA and the NHL, they get to see each other. And even in the World Series, like the idea that you get to play, that you get multiple opportunities to square off, that it's not just a single elimination sample size. Because single elimination has greater stakes for sure. And that's, the whole principle around protecting the regular season in college football, the value of a loss in college football and how much that's kind of been denigrated, even though the playoffs still kind of, keeping things intact as much as you can. I love the idea that you get another opportunity, that you may not be defined by that just one game. You may just get an off sample size. And in this, I think you get the best version of who the best team actually is, as opposed to just Green Bay choking away a lead and Caleb Williams losing his mind and coming back in a game that they probably had no business winning, but won anyway.
Yeah, that was a terrible game. You're right. I hated watching that.
It was for a long time.
Yeah, it was
Which
bad.
game?
The first 3 quarters of Packers-Bears in the playoffs, until it wasn't.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, that was an incredible finish.
Yeah, it was just awful. Couldn't even watch it. I was falling asleep.
Mayor of Chicago left.
He did.
But wait. No, we can't talk about football, though. Don't talk about football.
We don't have to. It's the end of the segment.
Well, that's good.
615-737-1045 is the number if you want to jump in. So do we want to talk College World Series with Nick Suss coming up next?
Take the call first.
Oh, okay. Darren is in Murfreesboro.
Close. Daryl in the boat. What's up, guys? I did have on hockey last night. That was fun. I had it on split screen, but something else caught my attention. With probably, starting at about the halfway mark of the game, but I had on the USA women's soccer. Now, you talk about drama. There was drama in that game. Lucas, I'm not sure if you saw any of that or what, but there were red cards thrown left and right. The USA coaching staff was thrown out. Half of Brazil was thrown out. So, yeah, that was entertaining on top of the hockey game.
Yeah, it got messy. 8.
Oh, now he's playing women's soccer too. Like, come on, dude.
USA.
Don't laugh at that.
USA
it wasn't that good. Thank you for the call.
Played a friendly in Brazil last night. 8.
Did you root for the USA or did you root for Brazil?
I was watching.
What are you wearing?
Neutrally. I was watching neutrally.
What are you wearing?
This is a coincidence.
So what are you wearing?
Yellow.
Literally says Brazil on the front of his soccer jersey today.
I promise you that was not intentional.
Okay.
8 red cards were shown.
Why
to
are
the
we
Brazilian,
both wearing soccer jerseys, by the way?
You're wearing your Nashville SC retro jersey? Oh, man, look at us. Look at us. 8
It's a
red
soccer
cards.
show, Robert. Come on. Football.
It got messy. Got messy last night.
He just took his headset.
Robert's checking out. He's done. He's leaving. He's leaving. 8 red cards
Oh, my
to
God.
to coaches, to players. Oh, it got.
That's outrageous.
It got messy yesterday.
And the United States able to win.
They 1-0 was the final.
Very good. 615-737-1045 is how you jump in throughout the course of the show. You also have access via the F&M Bank chat where you can leave your comments on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Nick Suss of the Tennessean. He covers the Titans. Will we talk Titans with Nick Suss? Find out next. Nothing worse than a plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergency. Most of the time, you don't know what it will cost or if it'll get fixed correctly or if someone is just trying to sell you something. That's when you call Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, because the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. There's no hidden fees or surprises when you get your bill. Hiller has been in business for over 35 years and is family-owned and operated. Their techs are professional, experienced, and trustworthy. When they're on their way, you'll receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. No more wasting time waiting around. 100% satisfaction guaranteed of Happy You'll Be, or the service is free. That is the Happy Hiller promise. So visit them online today at happyhiller.com. Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken, the best hot chicken in the world, indisputably. How many Europeans can the European mind comprehend Hattie B's Hot Chicken as this German influencer? Have you seen this on Twitter? Nick Sessa, the Tennessean, is in studio.
Yeah, I was just looking at this actually before you guys let me in. His like, what was it that he just tried? I saw he did Waffle House. I saw he saw Swag Surf.
Buc-ee's, I think, was the latest.
That was the one I just saw, yeah.
His amazement at this, guys, this is a gas station.
It's the best thing happening on the internet right now.
They go faster than us. The cars go fast.
Yeah.
They can't stop the way we can stop.
Yeah.
We relax in style. We luxuriate. They get there.
An Audubon joke is not what I had on the...
Do you think he knows their speed limits?
I'm sure if he has not yet found out, he is probably aware.
There are barely speed limits in Texas. If that's the Buc-ee's he's at. If he's
No, he's in like South Alabama right now.
Then there are speed limits.
Yeah, he's driving to Tuskegee the last I saw.
If he went through the state of Georgia and potentially Athens, no speed limits as far as anybody
Someone
else
should have
can
told
tell.
him, there's your Autobahn.
Great segue to me being here. Go Dogs.
So Nick Suss has been at Titans OTAs. And I have not been for the last 2 days. There's no media availability, so it was not. We're not going to skip the show for just practice. But was there anything out there that was different, compelling, exciting to you beyond what we had seen, which has basically been the Carnell Tate show the last couple times I've been out there?
I said this earlier in the week, and like I'll kind of stick to it. When you finally get to see consecutive practices, at least you're seeing like a story.
Yeah.
You're not just seeing practice 1 and then practice 4 and then practice 7. You're seeing how people build off of good days, build off of bad days. And so it was interesting, kind of. I'm sure anyone listening to the show saw that Cam did not have his best day Monday and probably heard some criticism of it. I thought he bounced back pretty okay yesterday, definitely toward the end of practice. It's kind of nice to see how they structure a practice coming off of a bad day and how the players respond to that, how they structure a practice coming off of a good day and how the players respond to that. It's more about sequencing to me than it is about individual performance. Like I can sit here and talk about how impressed I was yesterday by Keedrain Callaghan and his ability to make plays by reading the eyes of Elikayo Manor in coverage. And like we can talk really gritty, geeky football stuff that nobody's going to care about. But like big picture, when you're watching these practices where no one hits, where you're watching these practices where actually nothing compelling football-wise has to happen, it's just cool to see players bounce back. It's cool to see the narrative of, oh, Callaghan made those 2 plays. And then at the end of practice, Io Manor adjusted and stuck his hands out later and made the catch. It's more about sequencing than it is, oh, so-and-so was 9 for 18 and then was 10 for 24 or whatever these numbers I'm making up are. Like it's better to just watch the breadth of it than watch one great play.
Tennessean.com is where you go to read Nick Suss and all of his reporting on the Titans.
Carnell Tate is gathering all of the praise and attention so far in the offseason program. Have you noticed anything with Wan'Dale Robinson or really the rest of this wide receiver core in general so far?
One thing that I've noticed is you guys were out there in 23, I guess it would have been. Remember when like Levis was a rookie and Malik was in year 2 and they were just throwing the absolute snot out of the ball and they had these big, big arms.
Yep.
And then we'd watch practice and be like, but Tannehill still throws it the best, right? Like
Yep.
even if he doesn't throw the hardest, throw the strongest, he still throws the best. That's kind of the experience I'm having watching Calvin Ridley against air right now of like, obviously Tate's the future and obviously Tate's making all these plays. But then I watch the quick twitch on Calvin Ridley. I'm like, if this guy's healthy, like that's a special, special talent that they can pair with Wan'Dale Robinson, who does what he does. Like when I'm watching the pre-practice routes they're doing or the indie session routes they're doing, Wan'Dale Robinson has his own route tree.
Yeah.
Like four receivers will come out and run a slant, and then Wan'Dale will run a different route. And then 4 receivers are coming out and run a 10-yard in, and then Wan'Dale has his own thing. He has his own route tree. He has his own role in this offense. He's going to be what he was in the Giants offense. And in the Giants offense, he was getting targeted 130 times a year. He's an important player. Calvin, though, if you can hit on that, if you can capture that, if you can get that for 12 games, let alone 17 games, there's a lot to be optimistic about. There's just so many ifs.
That reminds me, and it's very different because of the caliber of player that we're talking about. What was your first year on the beat?
22.
Okay, so you were not there for Julio.
No, I miss Julio.
Julio Jones on the practice field looked every bit of Julio Jones. Like I'm telling you, size, speed, the violence in which his feet would come down and just how he planted and moved and shifted at that size for a player that should not be able to move and adjust and
immediately
and be
too
nimble. I mean,
day
immediately.
one of
like,
OTAs.
Oh my
It's like,
God!
oh, that's what it's supposed to look like.
And then Julio, who could still do the Julio things, has the hamstrings of a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
And Julio's hamstrings at 32 could not do all the other things that Julio's body was capable of doing. So you could say this of almost any wide receiver 30-plus, right? The check engine light is something that you monitor. But if you are to, at least for me, the way that they talk about it, and Salah's on a couple of different subjects that we can go back through at maybe a later date, he's kind of talked out of both sides of his mouth on some stuff in the early going, but the rest, the recovery, the way that he's hyper-fixated on making sure that they are taking the best care of their bodies humanly possible, and not even to get into the seed oils. And
We can.
I don't want to.
I've done so much research on
But
it.
Yes,
the
let's.
world found out about seed oils apparently because Robert Saleh banned them from the Titans facility. All that to say, Calvin at 30 plus is going to be, I think, a week-to-week proposition. But to your point, if he can string any kind of consistency together, Wan'Dale Robinson and the option routes that they talk about importing from the Giants offense under Brian Dable and how that basically just is a mind meld between quarterback and wide receiver. If you can get explosives out of Calvin along with everything else that you've got a legit wide receiver core for the first time in God knows how long.
Probably since the early 90s when the Titans didn't exist. It's been a long time since you had three options, not counting tight ends and backs who you can trust. And we're not bringing up DK, we're not bringing up Iomanner, who now, if these guys who we thought were solid number 3 options playing number 1 and number 2 last year can now be solid number 3 options playing number 4 and number 5, that's called depth. Like, let's not oversimplify it, but that's depth. That's
Legit.
what this team has been striving for. That's what this team has been aching for. Last year, with what we're seeing from KJ Osborne in practice, who he's playing well and he's getting reps with top quarterbacks and all the stuff you can expect, last year he probably would have been the number 2 on this team. And now we're talking about it as competing for the 6th spot, if there is a 6th spot on the active roster. That's a huge upgrade at a position that charitably second most important position on the field. Lowest I could go 4th most important position on the field. Like it's very high up there.
Nick Suss in studio, Tennessean.com is where you read them.
The other first-round pick has not gotten a ton of attention, and I guess it's hard at this point to really gauge where a pass rusher is at when there's no pads. It's not full contact. It's so much easier to look at how a receiver is moving, that relationship with the quarterback, if he's catching the football, if he's making plays. But Ramon Foster was in here in studio with us yesterday and had glowing things to say about Jermaine Johnson. What is your feel right now on this pass rush group as a whole with Jermaine Johnson and Keldrick Falk sitting here on June 10th? How do you feel about the idea of those two carrying the load in that regard?
Yeah, I was writing this before I walked over here of one of the main goals for 2027 has to be, or for 2026 has to be, don't have to make a number 1 edge rusher your biggest need in 2027. Like if you can go into the draft with a top 10, top 15 pick next year and not have to pick Colin Simmons, not have to pick Dylan Stewart, one of these top edge guys, because you have confidence in Falk and you're going to retain Johnson, or you have confidence in Oladejo or whoever it ends up being, that's huge. That's formational, because what I was talking about the 5 positions that matter, it's quarterback, it's wide receiver, it's offensive tackle, it's edge rusher, and it's cornerback. Those are fundamentally, if you've got 3 of those 5 positions set, you're probably going to be a very good football team. If you got 5 of those 5 positions set, you're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Like, it's hard to not be good if you're good at those 5 spots. So I've seen 10 reps from Jermaine Johnson since he's gotten here. I've seen Falk get a lot more reps, but they've not necessarily been premium reps, as they're kind of working in the rookies and not forcing him to go up against top competition. And obviously there's no pads, but when I see Falk out there practicing, when I see him preparing before practice, there is a diligence to it that you give him credit for. He's out there. I've been weirded out by this. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. The defensive linemen practice less than anybody else on this team. If you've keyed in, like, they take a lot of breaks and they go all very hard for very short bursts, which is the whole Saleh model. But it's also very weird that if you're on the practice field for 2 hours, I would probably say the D linemen are working for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's intense 45 minutes. All of that's to say Falk is doing an extra 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes that the other guys aren't doing. He is putting in a lot of diligence and also doing the short burst, high intensity energy stuff that the guys up front are being trained to do.
Well, because that, I think, Lucas, it's really the only or the best way that we can talk about these guys right now is more than even the players themselves before they're in pads. Like, what the hell are the coaches doing with them? And how much different is it versus what we saw last year? Because to me, Aaron Whitecotton is the story. Like, Aaron Whitecotton isn't going to get Titans fans excited because Aaron Whitecotton can't sack the quarterback himself by the time we get around to this thing. But just like learning the different styles that these guys are bringing in and how they're being implemented with the players right now before we get into the pads. Brasillo is fascinating to me.
And
and they're not doing anything. But like I sit there and, maybe I could have said the same thing about Bill Callahan. Just sit there and watch all the crazy things he's doing with the 9,000 toys that are out there that are no longer out there, by the way.
Have been sold to the Atlanta Falcons, in case you guys don't know. That's real. But I spent I spent like 15 minutes, 10 minutes yesterday just watching Whitecotton coach. And the thing they were focusing on yesterday, which is something you can do without pads, is like snap count get off.
Yeah.
And just watching the way he simulates a snap count. They probably ran 3 consecutive drills that were 3 different configurations of training people how to get off at the right time. And there was a session where it was, okay, I'm going to yell a bunch of stuff and somebody else is running the snap count and I'm yelling at you. And then, I don't know, I'm going to drop a tennis ball and I'm going to do all this stuff and I'm going to yell and I'm going to scream and you're going to be on your knees and you're going to be standing up and I'm going to be yelling at you to be on your feet and on your knees and on 2 hands and on 1 hand and all of these things. And whenever you see go, you have to go no matter how you're set up. And then I'm going to, if you're wrong, I'm going to make you do it again and we're going to keep going and we're going to keep going. And it's very, like, that's something you can be doing this time of year that's not just go hit somebody hard. And it's cool to see how they are taking advantage of this time of year, but it's also, I don't know, maybe get off matters. Maybe get off matters more than anything else. Maybe the ability to get into the backfield quickly is the most important thing.
It makes me think of that Jeff Sack in Houston.
Yeah.
like literally just time the snap.
Like if you are practicing timing the snap and you're making it so you can see movement and you can go and this team is as quick as they're preaching, maybe these drills are huge. Yeah. Or maybe it's the only thing you can do this time of year. But whatever it is, there is a lot of intentionality to the way they're handling the people who can't really just run routes.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that because it almost implies, or I think people might jump to the conclusion that, for example, if we're talking defensive line, that Tracy Rocker was not, like, didn't know what he was doing or something like that, which is not the case. Tracy Rocker been around for a long, long time. Like, there were a lot of experienced veteran coaches on the Callahan staff. It didn't play out the way that Callahan envisioned it. As the head of the snake, for lack of a better term. But the intentionality of it, right now for me, that's what I'm trying to learn the most about, is about the coaching staff and the way that they're implementing these things, because we do have a limited sample size of what we're actually able to glean from the players. And I do, by the way, I'm tough on the Titans on a regular basis. I do think it was very good of them to give additional availability so you could get the kind of sample size that you're talking about. See the way that guys stack days, like the stuff that actually matters. If you genuinely want an update about where things stand in OTAs, you can say, after 2 days of work, saw him do this one day, saw him do this the second day, good or bad.
Yeah. And
it's a better representative sample size. I think it's better for them.
I think it is too, because if what we focus is, and this is more media talk than Titans talk, so I'm sorry for listeners who don't care about our industry. But
My bad.
No. This what I'm about to say. Like, I think that we get bogged down in transactional coverage and we get bogged down in telling people so-and-so got signed, so-and-so got hurt, so-and-so's coming back. Like, I can give you guys a Carnell Tate injury update to the extent that I'm able to.
Right.
Like, I can tell you guys this stuff, but what really matters this time of year is really, really big picture. And if we're sitting here talking about what Daniel Bellinger said at his availability or whatever, that's not actual coverage. That's just like telling you guys what you could have watched on a live stream of a press conference and transcribing for the team, trying to put that out there and all that stuff. What we're trying to give you is updates on why this matters, not just what has happened. And I hope that we're doing a good job at that. But yeah, it's really, really tricky when I can sit here and transcribe the stats and tell you so-and-so caught this many passes and so-and-so was targeted this many times, but I don't know if they were specifically in Cam's ear saying, you have to throw it to this guy. I don't know if they were in the DB's ears saying, try and delay your coverage so that we can see the receiver do this, or try and jump it and be extra aggressive on this rep, and that's going to allow something to hit. Like, we don't know the intention behind the calls, but we do kind of know the intention behind the drills themselves.
Tennessean.com is where you read that Titans coverage.
The F&M Bank chat, Bustin' Diamond says, wait, Carnell Tate's injured?
See what you did?
So what can you tell us about Carnell Tate and his participation this week?
It is the minorest of minor things. The expectation is that he'll be back tomorrow, but if he is not back tomorrow, it is almost certain that he'll be back for minicamp next week. There are no alarm bells being raised, as far as I know. And Bustin', you're being sarcastic. I know you. That's not sincere.
You're familiar.
I know you.
He comments on a lot of stuff. I know who that is.
Where do people find the time? Truly.
Man.
We appreciate it, though.
That's so funny. I know you.
I know you.
But it also felt like there were alarm bells for some of Cam's performances this week. And everything that you're saying, we don't know the intentionality behind a lot of these drills. I have not seen you raising concerns about Cam Ward's practice performances this week. What have you made of what you've seen from the quarterback?
He looks like Cam Ward. And I don't know, we spend so much time in sports coverage mythologizing the gamer and mythologizing the guy who rises to the occasion. There are some people who are better in games than they are in practice. I have never watched a Cam Ward practice and come away thinking, this dude is as good as he's ever been in practice. Like, I had a high school coach, and this is 15 years ago, and we're going to talk about people that people barely remember, but I had a high school coach who, before he coached me, coached a quarterback who was a 4 or 5-star recruit who ended up going to Clemson. I'll leave names out of it.
Okay.
Taj Boyd. No, I'm just kidding.
And he was a really, really great high school prospect, and he lit up the 7-on-7 camps, and everybody was recruiting him. And then when the season came, he had like a minor injury, and my coach was a little bit relieved or a little bit glad because the backup quarterback actually ran the system and wasn't just there showing how good he was at theoretical football. And they had one of their best seasons ever simply because the backup quarterback played in the games rather than showcased what he could do in hypothetical football. And this isn't to say that, oh, Cam Ward's not trying in practice. And this isn't to say, oh, Cam Ward is Peyton Manning when he's on the game field. It's definitely somewhere in between. But the reason I'm not raising alarm bells is I've never been the guy who thinks Cam Ward was great in practice anywhere. Like, Cam Ward's the kind of guy who needs a moment to rise to. And I think we kind of know that about him. He's got awesome talent. He can do all of these things, but I've said this before. Sorry if I'm repeating myself for people like obviously our commenter here who's heard me say this in other places, but there are like 3 qualities of quarterback play that I think are more important than anything else. There is the way you can process the field. There is your awareness of the field while the play is happening. And there is your ability to precisely deliver the ball accurately where you want it to go. When it comes to the precision, the accuracy of the ball, I would say Cam is behind where he needs to be. When it comes to the ability to read the field, the processing, pre-snap processing, I would say he's about where he needs to be. And when it comes to in-play awareness, I'd say he's ahead of where he needs to be. And so for a quarterback who's heading into his second year, I'm not going to raise alarm bells when one thing is below average, one thing is above average, and one thing is on pace. That is about what you would think of a quarterback. And should he be ahead of schedule by virtue of being the number 1 pick? We can debate this all we want. That's really good sports talk radio fodder. But for a conventional starting quarterback heading into his second year as a starter with his second offensive coordinator in 2 years as a pro, with his second head coach in 2 years as a pro, I'd love to see him be more accurate. I'd love to see him process the field and know where to go. I think this offense is going to insulate him better than the last offense that asked him to take what the defense gives you instead of saying, this is what the defense is going to give you. I think he's going to be better in that. I haven't seen it yet because it's not live, but I have a lot of difficulty just saying, oh, this practice matters more than that practice, because this is what we knew about Cam. These are the things that I think we would have said in January. that we're saying again in June. That's not new information to me.
It's a good way to sum it up. Nick Suss, Tennessean.com. Thanks for doing it, buddy.
We don't get nuance around here.
That's why I don't have a full-time radio job. I imagine if you look at your listenership that we're plummeting with the nuance. People are like, no hot takes, I'm leaving.
Tell me he sucks.
But Bustin' Diamond's still around.
Good. Thank you, Bustin'. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Very good. We're doing a show for one person. That's Nick Suss. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's great. All right. We can circle back around to OTA discussion. We've got Lucas and some SEC notes coming up next. If you're in the market for a vehicle and you're looking for a trustworthy dealership, let me introduce you to my good friends at Two Rivers Ford. They've been family owned and operated for over 4 decades, and they do things a little differently. than most dealerships. For starters, they have a non-commissioned sales team, so their salespeople are paid to help you find exactly what you're looking for, whatever price range you want to stay in. They're upfront and transparent, and their expert team will help you every step of the way from test driving to financing. And at Two Rivers Ford, they have real prices. Some dealerships will advertise one price online, and then when you get to the dealership, they've added on accessories or service packages that you didn't ask for and have definitely jacked the price up. Not at Two Rivers Ford. At Two Rivers Ford, their advertised prices are real. What you see is simply what you get. Honesty and transparency have been the core principles of Two Rivers Ford since 1983. Local, honest, real. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
I knew this was happening. This is what Robert does when he's mad at me. I knew this was coming.
That feels very, as somebody who is perpetually self-involved, that feels very self-involved. How do you know he's thinking about you at all?
No, that's exactly why I did it. Oh, we didn't want to talk about football. But the whole time Nick Suss is in, you're talking about the merits of coaching and being nuanced about football. Oh!
I like talking to Nick about football.
Oh, maybe, perhaps if we have nuanced conversations, the conversation would be fun.
When did we say we hate football?
You guys both hate football.
It was never said.
I don't hate football.
Those words never once came out of either of our mouths.
I
Yeah,
love
you
football.
wouldn't say that because that's how soccer is said wherever the hell you like it.
Okay, me. I love American football.
As do I.
What do you got to say now?
I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I've seen them, but I don't believe them. I don't like either one of you guys.
All I said.
You trying to stretch this Pauly bit out for multiple days
I
this
don't
week.
believe him.
Did you hear what I said, Tom?
All I said was that I am enjoying this summer sports calendar more than I would enjoy. That does something to you. More than I would enjoy a Week 12 matchup between Cleveland and Arizona. Is that so insane? Is that so insane to say?
Yes.
Oh, the dungeon's still in the background.
Yeah,
was
I brought
what
it
is-
back. This is how I feel on the inside.
That's the poll. What would you rather watch?
No, don't try to change the poll now.
Okay.
What do you prefer?
We're adding to the polls.
The summer sports calendar or Browns versus Cardinals in Week 12?
It's the only poll we have up today.
Okay, that's fine. Brendan Sorsby is the only real news we've had up this week.
Bad news for Robert in the early returns.
I don't care what those people think.
No.
I don't care what these people. You guys botted the whole thing.
Botted.
If we had bought it, it'd have more than 14 votes.
Yes, this large
reverse
majority.
bot.
He said early returns.
I hadn't even voted yet. Wait till I vote. It's about to jump up about 17%.
The rare.
What is going on with Twitter polls?
What a rare moment where Buck and I are on one side and Robert's on the other.
That's because we're being unfairly pigeonholed. Just because we're enjoying a different time of the sports calendar.
Nobody would ever offer either one of y'all a pigeonhole. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Y'all started this off by saying the summer sports calendar, you're enjoying it more than the fall sports calendar.
That is not even close to what was said.
I would pull it, but I had to dump the whole feed for the FCC. I would pull it.
Oh, the FCC would find us for that.
Yes, because it's a ridiculous opinion. We're all begging to get out of these months.
Not even close to what was said.
I not at all. I mean, this is my favorite time of the year. It's not even close.
I will not add or touch anything on the grid until August 20th. I promise you. I will no longer dig deep and find football conversations for us to have.
That's you in the middle of your YouTube video viewing experience or playing 20-0, occasionally finding a list that Graziano or Fowler put together and slapping it in the grid.
One, tell them what we watched this morning, Lucas. It was very informational, the food part.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get to that, what was the second thing you said?
20-0.
They've ruined it.
We are completely hijacking the segment.
They have massacred my boy. Anyway, tell them what we watched this morning.
No, I mean, we can talk about that.
It was a video. It was from.
That could be your dumbest thing.
There was a clip from Family Guy.
American Dad.
American Dad, thank you. Of a woman making a pitch that instead of spaghetti and meatballs, it should be meat sketty,
Magetti
and
spag balls.
Spag balls.
Okay, be careful.
And so a guy like a food influencer decided he would make spaghetti and meatballs, but reverse it to where the meat or the pasta and the spaghetti. It was terrible. It was terrible. So Brendan Sorsby apparently is going to play football in 2026. We've heard from Brett Yormark, though he hasn't really said anything. We've heard from all the biggest talking heads in college football. Who haven't we heard from? Which important voice in college football in particular have we not heard from in this segment called SEC Observations?
I suppose we would have not heard from Greg Sankey.
Have not seen any statements from really anybody out of the SEC. We saw the reports that Georgia has informed its programs that they are not to schedule Texas Tech in any capacity. And it brings me back to this little war of words that happened a couple weeks ago that I don't believe we talked about between Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire and Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian. Did you guys catch wind of this?
I did not.
This was before the Sorsby thing blew up. I'm reading an article from CBS Sports May 28th, when we all assumed very fairly that Brendan Sorsby was never going to take another snap of college football. So,
fools.
Clearly.
Idiots.
Joey McGuire, the head coach at Texas Tech, who just led them to a Big 12 title and a college football playoff berth, basically publicly challenged Texas and Steve Sarkisian to schedule the Red Raiders in week 1 of this season in response to some of Sark's comments about Texas Tech's schedule. Now, Sark did not say anything specific about Texas Tech's schedule. He did say, quote, "There's a team in our state that plays in another conference that has a schedule that I would argue if I played with our 2s and our 3s, we would go undefeated, and they'll probably make the college football playoff this year." Joey McGuire said, and I quote, "We're willing to buy out our contract of Abilene Christian, who they play in week 1. I'm sure because Texas has a lot of money, they can buy their contract out. But I do know there's a lot of Red Raiders that could help them buy that contract out if they don't want to, and they can come to Lubbock in week 1 and figure out if their 2s and 3s can win in this conference." He went on to say, Joey McGuire, "I do know that Cody Campbell, who we've talked about this week, Texas Tech mega booster, who had some crazy comments about the Sorsby situation, I do know that Cody Campbell reached out to Stephen Jones. So if they don't want to come to Lubbock, then we're going to work on trying to get to AT&T Stadium. So if they want to play week 1, we're ready. We would love to play the University of Texas." Apparently, Joey McGuire spoke to Abilene Christian and spoke to Texas State, who is Texas's week 1 opponent, who he says both agreed they would be willing to buy out of those games and just play each other instead in week 1 so that Texas and Texas Tech could face off. And
they should do this anyway. They should do this regardless of Sorsby or not.
It kind of fizzled from there. But wouldn't it be so funny for Texas after Brendan Sorsby is declared eligible but suspended for weeks 1 and 2 to go, all right, we'll play you.
We'll take you. We'll take you. I love that as a back and forth. I love the college football coaches. Every year it seems like they turn more into wrestling personalities. And maybe it's Robert, if Lane Kiffin was a wrestling personality, who would he be?
Oh, good question. Modern or like it doesn't matter.
Your pick. First name association. When you see the behavior of Lane Kiffin, Vanity Fair cover, constantly prattling on and on about things on Twitter, taking passive aggressive shots.
Yeah, I would say
lots of hot yoga.
I would go Adam Copeland, who is formerly known as Edge. His moniker was the ultimate opportunist. He slept with Matt Hardy's girlfriend in real life, stole her. They made it a storyline. So Lane Kiffin will steal your girl. He'll talk crap behind your back. He'll take cheap outs. Edge was famous for cashing in Money in the Bank to win his first world title against John Cena after John Cena had been brutalized in the Elimination Chamber. So taking the easy way out, I would say that Lane Kiffin is Edge.
I love that they're just more and more every year with the money that's flying around. It's bringing out the professional wrestler and all these coaches because they're pissed. 615-737-1045, the number. We can sneak a few calls in here. Let's go with Bobby in Nashville.
Yes, sir. I want to put 100 votes on Arizona versus the Cardinals over anything going on during the summer.
Yeah! Breathe into the mic for him, Bobby!
All right, you got one.
No, 100. He said 100.
Well, he only gets one.
Well, no.
That's not the way it works.
Hold on. I didn't even get the Hulk Hogan music prepped before we could get that guy in here. I'm also hearing from the chat they would like this dude from Germany that is doing the road trip around America for the World Cup games.
Oh, this Freddie guy?
They would like to get him on the show.
Oh, that would be
Have we missed our window, do you think? He's already been through the state of Tennessee.
I don't know that he went through Nashville, though.
I don't think, well, I was going to get him on the phone. I wasn't going to.
No, we would have to get him on the phone.
Yeah,
I can try and DM him.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I remembered that I don't care about any of that. And he could just keep eating Waffle House and Burger King and Shoney's and all that other crap on the way around the country because it's going to hell.
We should DM the guy.
No,
Freddie, we'd love to have you on our Nashville,
come on,
Tennessee.
come on. The only way that I'm going to put his call through
to talk
is if we indoctrinate him
about your experience.
I think he's being indoctrinated.
in American football. You need to stop being a fan.
Talk about your experience traveling the U.S.
and be a fan of a real. What do they say in Master of Disguise? These are some man-sized meatballs. You need to start. You need to watch a man-sized sport, buddy.
It's been awesome to follow
Oh my
along.
God, you're still typing.
Our
this.
Producer Robert is a huge fan and looks forward to speaking with you soon.
What do we have to give away for Dumbest Thing in Sports this week?
Okay. Without hyperbole, this is a huge gift. A huge gift given by Two Rivers Ford.
Oh.
And we'll tell you about it next.
11:04, good morning from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Down studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Carolina Hurricanes took Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final in Vegas to tie up the series at 2. Jordan Staal with the game winner in the third period and an empty netter that made it a 5-3 final. It is the first time in Stanley Cup history that both teams score 3 or more goals in each of the first 4 games. The series heads back to Raleigh tomorrow night for Game 5. Tonight, the New York Knicks look to win their first NBA Finals game at home as they host the Spurs for Game 4. Knicks lead the series 2-1. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Two Rivers Ford is donating
Let's be honest.
Oh, and boy, do we have a prize made possible by the wonderful people at Two Rivers Ford. So you know where we're broadcasting on Monday, right, Lucas? Where are we broadcasting on Monday?
Nashville Golf and Athletic Club.
Okay, so we're going to be out at the Zones Golf Tournament. It's always a great time. Ian was asking me if I was going to stick around and play golf. I said, no, I'm probably going to find Robert and ride around on his golf cart with him, which is probably not good for my welfare.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that does sound fun.
But Two
Where are
Rivers
you
Ford.
going?
I got to work.
Anyway, Two Rivers Ford
Yes.
is giving away a team of 4. Entry for a team of 4. They are giving away a whole team to the Zones Golf Tournament on Monday, June the 15th at Nashville Golf and Athletic Club. So you can get your team bought and paid for, courtesy of the wonderful people at Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer. If, and only if, you call us 615-737-1045 and tell us what the dumbest thing in sports this week is. Go. You want me to start?
Well, you can, but I also wanted to talk about, like, okay, you get to play in the golf tournament. That's a big deal. It's a huge financial undertaking just to get into the golf tournament.
Yes.
But that also enables you to win any of the silent auction prizes. They do all kind of giveaways associated with this tournament. So you are not only just getting entry into the tournament for you and 3 other buddies, but also all of the other fun activities that go along with being at the golf tournament. So huge thanks to Two Rivers Ford for donating a team.
Like watching me and Robert ride around drunk on a golf court.
Hell, I'll even let somebody ride on with me. I'll let you hop on.
No, there need to be waivers associated with that. Calm down.
Potentially.
615-737-1045. If you want the opportunity for you and 3 of your buddies to come play golf with all of us on Monday, 615-737-1045, courtesy of Two Rivers Ford. The dumbest thing in sports this week is any level of dialogue back and forth between Stephen A. Smith and the President of the United States. I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. I don't need Donald Trump commenting on Stephen A. Smith as he gets ready to board Air Force One after the Knicks game and talking about him being low IQ. Did you see the quote? You need a high IQ to run for president. I'm not sure Stephen A. Smith has that. So Stephen A. Smith doing his, just taking full advantage of the opportunity, even being mentioned by the President of the United States, and does a whole, presentation with the American flag waving behind him digitally on First Take, responding to the president. Don't need it. Don't need it.
Yeah.
American politics, dumb enough. Don't need this. Get it out of here.
Yep, good on that. Stephen A. straight up cutting a promo on Trump on First Take. Like, nah, man. I'm
The president of the United States.
I'm good on that.
God.
Dumbest thing in sports this week
And
is
also
this.
the future president of the United States.
I mean, stranger things.
Stephen A. for president.
Dumbest thing in sports this week is this whole Chaz Coleman situation in Tennessee, which just somehow seems to not have an official resolution yet. Brent Hubbs was on with our sister station, Sports Talk, WNML, the sports animal in Knoxville. This was yesterday. And the latest he had on Coleman was really no update. He said, quote, I don't think it's lingering over the team because he's not doing anything. He's not in and out around the team, so I don't think anything's changed. My viewpoint of Chaz's impact this fall remains that I don't see him being a factor with things this fall. He's not doing the things he needs to do to get ready to play this season. Physically, I don't know how he would be able to play. He's just not put in any work at this point in time. So to me, nothing has changed there. I don't have a definitive timeline on anything, but as I said last week, I don't think it has any negative bearing on the team that he's not around. I don't think it's even a thought with these guys that are there showing up to work every day because he has not been a part of what they do.
You say this is Hubs?
This is Hubs yesterday, and he'll be on with Ramon and Will on Friday morning. I'm sure they'll ask him about it, but okay, if he hasn't done anything to be on the field and he's just not a part of the proceedings right now, then what's going on here? Why? Why hasn't Chaz Coleman been dismissed? Why don't we officially have a resolution on this thing? Why is it still kind of just hanging over everything? Is it a money thing that they got to figure out?
I'm sure it's not as simple as,
sure,
hey, you're out.
But it's frustrating at this point because it just feels like it's inevitable. Chaz Coleman ain't playing football for Tennessee this year, yet still he's technically part of Tennessee's roster. And the whole thing has been extraordinarily dumb.
Robert?
My dumbest thing in sports goes to the world of Pokemon cards. Are you guys familiar with Jason Page, or really just the original theme of Pokemon?
The theme?
I want
like
to
the
be
music? Yeah,
the
sure.
very best, like no one ever was.
They were playing it in my gym the other day. I was like, what are we doing?
It's a banger. So the man that sings that song is Jason Page.
Okay.
He has endeared himself to the Pokemon collecting community, and he has recently stepped in it. On a recent live stream of someone working at a card show, they had gifted a child an original Gengar card. It was kind of beat up, but it was about a $150 card. Later, that child returns to the same stall and says, hey, I traded that card you gave me for a card with Jason Page. Was it worth it? The card that he traded was a fake card that he made himself. He autographed it and got it graded, which you can do to a promo card. It is not a officially licensed Pokemon card. So everyone's calling Jason Page out for this. Hey, you're supposed to help the younger generation, and you're robbing this kid. His way of smoothing this over was, do you guys know what I charge for an autograph? He's like, I do half autos for $50. I do whole autos for $100. I gave him a fully autographed card that was graded, so that multiplies the value of said card.
I love that logic.
I didn't rip that kid off. I gave him more value than that real card was worth. Jason Page, you are a scammer. You are... I am flummoxed at how the hobby is still adopting you. Jason Page, dumbest thing in sports.
My goodness. Just robbed the child blind and said, no, look, my signature's worth more than that dumb little card.
He gave him a fake
I love
card.
this guy.
That kid got a deal.
This guy's my spirit animal. Outstanding.
That kid robbed me.
In his explanation video, he puts the card that the kid was originally gifted, the real card, underneath a magnifying glass. He's like, and you can see the subtle damages to the corners. And
Shut up.
It's like, dude, you robbed that kid.
Oh,
Just
my
admit
God.
it.
That's outstanding. 615-737-1045 for the opportunity to win a team of 4 to play golf in the Zone Golf Tournament coming up on Monday, June the 15th at Nashville Golf and Athletic Club, courtesy of Two Rivers Ford. Let's start with John in Nashville.
What's going on, guys? My dumbest thing in sports goes out to the Knicks fans, man. It's been a fun series. They're really fun to watch, but too many videos after Game 3 of Spurs fans just walking around, getting just berated and then getting attacked. I saw a video of one dude just a whole group jumping him, beating the heck out of him, and then ripping his jersey off and burning it. It's just a little excessive. Love of the game and everything. Knicks are exciting. Knicks are fun, but, man, just have a little respect for everybody else.
Nope, it's fair. I appreciate
Good
it.
submission.
They are bringing back the watch parties at MSG. I saw the mayor of New York put out. But you've got the Knicks, the mayor of New York, the Spurs, the NBA, Ben Stiller, everybody involved coming out and condemning the violence outside and around the Knicks watch parties in the Game 3 loss. Ben Stiller has said no more violence. Let there be no more violence.
Come on, guys. We're not Philly.
I mean, yeah, basically. I don't know. I feel like maybe don't wear the Spurs jersey around the Knicks fans. I feel like that's a little bit of provocation, but again, the response.
Oh, yeah, look how you were
Way over the
dressed.
top.
You deserved it.
I didn't
great
say-
point, Buck.
I didn't
Great
say
point,
that.
Buck.
They were asking for it.
I mean,
didn't-
basically,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
it's a
how
great
they're
look.
dressed.
Great look. Great look. Yeah, no, you're right. They shouldn't be allowed to go to a game that their team is playing in the NBA Finals wearing the jersey of their team. You're right. That's their fault.
I would blame would you blame somebody? You've been to Philadelphia, haven't you?
Yep.
Would you blame somebody if they wore like a Cowboys jersey in the link and they got their ass kicked? You would probably blame that person for wearing the Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, you're right. I'd blame the victim.
I would blame the Cowboys for him.
Victim blaming Buck. That's what they call him.
VBB, not Vacation Bible School.
Not Vacation Bible School.
I guess that's VBS.
Unbelievable. That is a new low for you.
Don't wear the jersey. I stand by that. Let's go with Jay in Spring Hill.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Y'all kind of danced around it. But, instead of the accomplishments or recognition, for the Knicks and the Spurs getting the finals, everything is shifted to, I think, politics or Trump, a sitting president being there. And that's to me, I say the dumbest thing in sports. But, we need to get over that hump. We all go to sporting events to get away from reality at times. And if I don't win, the previous caller, if he wins, I play avid golf. Just pair me up.
Okay.
All right.
People bargaining.
Like, hey,
I like that.
you down the line. You pick me when you win, okay?
I like that.
What's your handicap, son?
Jack. No, we're not. We tried that one time. Didn't we have callers talking to other callers at the same time?
How have we had John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Everyone is a
the whole
J name
Harbaugh
today?
family. Whole Harbaugh family on the line. Okay, so that was Jay, and I'm going to go to Tyler in Mount Juliet.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stick with the Knicks thing, but my dumbest thing in sports is Elmo.
Yes.
Do you guys know where Sesame Street is?
This is so good. Tell them, Tyler.
Sesame Street is in New York City, and Elmo, before the NBA Finals, tweeted out he's rooting for both teams. You're from New York City. You can't be a fence sitter in this. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick the Knicks. What? Those teams to have fun? Come on, man. Elmo is the dumbest thing in sports.
That's a great submission. It's the leader in the clubhouse. He is getting dragged.
Remember to stay on hold for the opportunity to win those tickets. So they took down the Sesame Street sign for like a day, and they renamed the street.
Yeah, the NYC Department of Transportation quoted the Elmo tweet that, like you said, just read, Elmo hopes both teams have fun.
Yeah.
And they quoted it with a picture of the Sesame Street sign said, don't make us take this down, bro. The official NYC Department of Transportation.
Buddy, you've got the New York Police Department tweeting, this isn't the time for sportsmanship.
Oh, my God. They changed it.
That's what I told you. They took it down.
But you know what they changed it to?
No, I forgot.
Rocco Street.
Oh,
that's the
Rocco. That's
it's the Rock that Elmo had beef with.
That's Elmo's sworn enemy. Hold on.
That's genius.
I gotta pull this interaction.
That's genius.
I kid you not. One of the things that has made me laugh the hardest I've ever laughed, like tears coming out of my eyes, has been the compilation of Elmo beefing with this rock.
Hi, Zoe. Oh, hi, Elmo. Is Zoe ready to tell everyone about the number of the day? Yeah, well, first there's a new friend that I want you to meet, Elmo. He's gonna play with us. A new friend? Yeah. On Sesame Street? Yeah. Oh, Elmo loves new friends. Yeah, look. Here he is. Say hello to Rocco. Where? Where's Rocco? Well, he's right here. Rocco. Elmo, he's right here. See? He's my new best friend, Rocco. But Zoe, it's a rock. Yeah, so it's a rock. Yeah, and he's gonna play with us today. It's a rock, Zoe. Yeah. Zoe can't have a friend that's a rock. Oh, Zoe. Look what you did, Elmo. You made Rocco sad. Elmo doesn't believe this. Zoe.
Mocking it.
He hates it. He hates that damn rock.
It happens so often that Zoe brings Rocco around and he just the disbelief. But it's a rock! He gets progressively angry. He's like, Elmo's like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
So they named the street after
Rocco
Elmo's arch nemesis, Rocco.
It's a rock!
Genius.
Oh, it's so funny. I think Tyler should be the winner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we're. I mean, we can take a few more, but Tyler is definitely the leader in the clubhouse. Well done. How about Jack? And is it Thompson Station?
Something like that.
Hey, the dumbest thing in sports this week is the terrible performance of the NBA put in the referee situation when a 7'5" Wemby pushes Brunson down by the top of his head like a child with no call.
Yeah, it was an egregious missed call for sure. It's a tough one. And then your arch nemesis. Do you want to speak directly
To who?
Oh no, wait, that's Dixie. I've got
Dixie's my nemesis.
Nemesis mixed
No,
up.
Lucas loves busting.
Okay, Bustin is up next.
Hey guys, I just wanted to chirp in for my dumbest thing in sports this week. It's going to be NFL players' diets. You know, locally here we have seed oil debate, whether to or not do it. In Mile High City, they're actually having to go through a thing where one of their players' new diets is cell phones and electronics. Don't want to make light of a bad situation, but Broncos defensive end Jonathan Cooper on the 6th got arrested for a domestic dispute with his girlfriend where he in turn tried to eat her phone. And that's my dumbest thing in sports this week.
It's a pretty good one.
Also, shout out Nick Suss.
Thank you for the call. Shout out Nick Suss. Yeah, him. So the headline did read that Jonathan Cooper tried to eat the phone, where he broke the phone by biting it, which I suppose those things may be one and the same. I don't think he tried to consume the phone.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Like, it's one of them. Like, what did he bite it for if not to consume it?
Just testing the waters. You got to shatter something when you try to bite down? I assume it's an iPhone. Like, these things do not break easy. Anyway.
It's
Tyler. It's Tyler and Elmo. Well done.
Just reading Elmo Rocco feud stuff. Like, just so many news outlets. Like on Earth Day, Elmo broke the. He temporarily paused the feud to wish Rocco a happy Earth Day, and like E! News covered it.
You've got Congresswoman AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeting. The original tweet was Rocco behavior, if you ask me.
Oh man, oh God, that's good stuff.
Elmo, New York City's nemesis. How about that? All right, well done by Tyler. He wins the tickets. Or, excuse me, not the tickets. He's going to play golf with everybody participating in the Zone Golf Classic on this Monday at Nashville Golf and Athletic Club, courtesy of Two Rivers Ford. Robert will be in touch with you shortly. 615-737-1045, the number. If you would like to participate, we will get back to your calls. We will get back to Titans discussion, Cam Ward discussion coming up next. Who won the golf foursome?
That was Tyler Dial.
Well done by Tyler. Look forward to seeing you out there on Monday. If you have not been to one of the station's events, they're a lot of fun. Golf tournament's a lot of fun. The bowling event is going to be a lot of fun. That's coming up, a little more than a month and a day after the golf tournament?
July 16th would be an easier way to put it, but yes.
July 16th at Eastside Bowl, we're putting on a bowling tournament for charity. Home Street Home. Great cause. Tickets available at 1045thezone.com. Not just a bowling alley. They've got a full bar. They've got how many different pool tables? I saw maybe 4, 5 pool tables.
I think that was only in that room.
Ooh.
There is another separate pool table. I think there's 8.
Wow. Okay.
Definitely more than 6 or 7 of them.
Got arcade games all over the place. It's going to be a great time. Looking forward to having everybody out there. 1045thezone.com is where you go to get your bowling tickets and hang out with us in a little more than a month from now, July the 16th, like Lucas said. Right before the Titans get back up and rolling, which is where we can swing back around to. Off today, back on the practice field tomorrow. You guys are going to man the ship, and I'm going to head out to practice since there is media availability. Tomorrow you have Ron Slay, talk about some NBA Finals, so that'll be good. But for people with questions about Titans OTAs these last few days before minicamp gets underway next week, 615-737-1045, the number. Will is in Nashville.
Hey, guys. How are y'all?
Doing well.
So I got a question. Yesterday I saw that Bucks, your BFF, stated that Cam Ward is apparently a bust now after OTAs. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, without knowing who you're referencing specifically, my BFF, who could that be? Yeah, I think that's stupid. How many? All right, Traylon Burks, bust.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb Farley,
bust.
Isaiah Wilson,
bust of all Titans busts.
He may be a top NFL bust.
They should make a bust of him for NFL bust.
Yeah.
A busty bust, if you will.
He had some bust to him. Those are busts in the NFL. Those are Titans-specific busts. Cam Ward has, to this point, already contributed more than all of them.
Combined.
Well, only Traylon has him beat in terms of just simply games he has appeared in, okay? But yes, if you are talking about impact of consequence in a game, Cam Ward has already been more impactful than Traylon Burks. Now, has he been good enough? No, is the answer to the question. And I was having this conversation with Nick Suss after we wrapped up our segment with him earlier in the show. Nick is giving me all the reasons why I should look at Cam Ward and think, okay, on track. And I am saying to Nick, I agree with you. I understand your perspective, but I look at him differently than I would your average number 1 overall pick, your average quarterback, because he's a number 1 overall pick, even though I know better than to hold him to some outsized standard that should or should not exist just because of the situation that he was drafted in.
It does matter, but whether he was drafted number 1 or number 21, that has nothing to do with what his developmental path is as a player.
Right.
So you can look at it and say, yeah, rookie year, not good enough. And it wasn't. Nobody was good enough. They went 3-14.
Same record. Well, not same record. Will Levis was like 1-10 in 2024, but you get it.
But there are also very reductive ways to look at it.
Yep.
And calling Cam Ward a bust after his rookie year is the dumbest, most reductive way.
It's a waste of oxygen.
Yes,
what it is.
So we should move on.
It's genuinely a waste of time. So anybody who is espousing that opinion on June the 10th, before Cam Ward has taken a single snap of his second season, is not worth paying attention to relative to that part of the conversation. There may be other things that they have to contribute to the discourse, but in that particular arena, I'm good. Just because I'm curious about what Cam is going to become, and I don't know that you could necessarily say, count me among the diehard believers in Cam Ward. No, I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see if he's worth a damn, and then we can talk about this as he continues to make progress in his career. Now, Lucas, we have a number of teams that have started minicamp. So of the teams, Titans will not have a minicamp until next week. It's scheduled to be a 3-day minicamp. I think we're going to end up getting 2 days. I think they're going to end up taking them like Topgolf or something like that on day 3, the way that these things usually work. So,
wait, minicamp right now is scheduled for
next week.
Which days exactly?
I believe it's Tuesday and Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Tuesday and Wednesday that media is out there.
Yes.
Okay, so they are supposed to be on the practice field, what, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
They have a 3-day minicamp scheduled.
Yeah. So
Whether
Tuesday,
they
Wednesday,
actually
Thursday.
hold a practice on Thursday, we will not be a part of whatever they're doing.
Yeah, there's no availability Thursday.
No. Like I said, maybe they're going to the movies. Maybe they're going to see the Backrooms, like Robert has been espousing. But of all the other teams,
Too scary.
You're not a scary movie person either?
No.
Do you act like do you hide behind your hands? How do you cope with the scary movies when you're forced into a situation?
I don't, because I don't really watch them. No, the last time I watched a scary movie, I think I watched Smile maybe last fall, and that effed me up, man. Oh, Robert's not back there. Zach, you a scary movie guy?
Not really. Not really a huge movie guy in general, but if someone wants to watch one, I won't turn them down.
Okay, bud.
All right. Zach's down.
So, of all the teams that have had minicamps, you've got Minnesota, Baltimore, Buffalo, Philly, Seattle, New England, Carolina, Chicago, Kansas City, Green Bay, Arizona, Vegas, Cleveland, Indy, Jacksonville, Giants, Miami, and Pittsburgh. So a good chunk of the league has had their minicamps thus far. As you look at the teams and the interest level in minicamps, is there a specific story that jumps off the page to you from any of those teams that I just named?
Unfortunately, the Browns just continue to be top of mind when it comes to quarterback situations. And maybe that's because we consistently have a lack of intriguing quarterback developments in the NFL, right? There's not really questions at about 95% of the league knows who their starting quarterback's going to be in 2026. So the news of the week in Cleveland that a QB1 decision at the end of minicamp is unlikely, according to Todd Monken, is interesting to me. And I wonder if we actually do get a real competition here between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson.
Okay, you can be of two minds of this, right? You could say, well, maybe it's an actual competition. Maybe Deshaun is not significantly better than Shedeur Sanders at this stage of his career. And maybe Todd Monken's just saying things because he doesn't want to answer questions right now about assigning starting quarterbacks. Do they benefit at all by not naming a starting quarterback right now? Like, I would think that Todd Monken would rather not answer the questions about one or the other and just make a decision at quarterback if they were able to and move on. But I think if you're a first-year head coach, you want to actually let them compete, especially if that's your side of the ball and you're calling plays. So that Shedeur or Deshaun is not specifically emerged one way or the other. The quote is, once we get to the fall, we'll have to dissect the reps how we see fit. I just don't see it after. Oh, you have the audio of it?
I would have hoped that. But I like both of them. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's really as simple as that. I like both of them, and we haven't had the pads on. That's the hard. We haven't, as much as I'd love to have made that decision, either by someone separating themselves upward or downward, either way, which has not occurred. So, and we haven't even gotten to practicing against an opponent, putting the pads on, having a controlled scrimmage or playing preseason games. I would have loved to it. I was being honest. I think you'd love to have the starter named. I just can't do it. I'm not there yet. That's the reality of it.
He sounds like he is gasping for his last breath of air.
How is he going to be able to speak at the end of a football game?
He's going to need some lozenges.
I mean, the same. It's who does he more remind you of, Tom Izzo or Doc Rivers? Because Doc, by like the end of a basketball season, is just indistinguishable.
It reminds me of offensive Greg Williams, if you're asking me.
But Greg Williams didn't have that's like.
I just think about him from the Hard Knocks where he's like, hey, coach, do you need a lozenge? He's like, no, bleep, I got a lozenge, bleep. Like, he's got it figured out. But
This makes all those Jeff Fisher stories make a lot more sense where Greg Williams is just mother effing them every 5 seconds.
How big of a backhanded compliment is that where he was like, I would have liked to name a quarterback, but no one's really separating themselves. So Shador, who by QBR and a bunch of metrics was one of the worst Browns quarterbacks of all time last year, and Deshaun Watson, who at one point was a potential All-Pro, have not separated themselves from each other. This is a terrible mess to be a part of.
But isn't this the most predictable thing? He hasn't been good in so long.
Yes, it is. But like what you're saying is for Todd Monken, like why does it behoove Todd Monken to tell everybody who the starter is? I get that. But it is funny then to play the audio and hear Todd Monken going, guys, I'd love to be able to name one, but
I just think
I don't have much of a reason
think it's
to.
something he's saying. Like I think it's somebody who hasn't realized how often his words are going to carry weight as somebody who's going to speak to the media every damn day.
The only way he could have added more ambiguity to that, be like, yeah, we just don't have the pads on, but have you guys seen that Taylon Green guy? Wow, he built like a Greek Adonis. I'm very impressed.
Not a single mention anywhere in Browns coverage of Dylan Gabriel, a third-round pick at the quarterback position. What are you doing?
Or Taylon Green.
What? Yeah. I mean, Taylon Green. What are you going to do with Taylon Green this year?
I don't know. Put the ball in his hands.
Well, sure. But, I mean, how'd that work out for Stefanski? They took Shador off the field. They run a bunch of two-point plays with, who's the rookie running back they had last year?
Judkins,
Quinshon Judkins. So, the Browns situation continues to be one of the bigger headline grabbers, or rather head scratchers at minicamp at this point in time. Titans minicamp next week. We can talk more about competitions then, update you on the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, of course, though there is not much competition there. 615-737-1045, the number if you want to jump in. We got to talk about this German soccer fan that's traveling the country. It's one of the most compelling things on the internet. I'm Buck Rising. It's 1045 The Zone. All right. Many times, Lucas has accused me of doing too much internet on the radio, and sometimes he's in the right. This Freddie LA7 phenomenon, though.
Did he DM you back?
Let me check.
I bet his DMs are
just chock full.
Yeah. It's just a flood
Let's
of messages.
see. No DM back as of 46 minutes ago.
Offer him a Hattie B's gift card.
Oh, he's the finest in American cuisine.
He's driving to Texas, where you can indeed find Hattie B's.
Okay.
All right.
We can digitally gift him.
Open invitation, dude.
We've never paid for a guest ever. That's not true.
Yeah. The first guy that
paid
we
all of our football season guests.
Seriously, we need to make that happen. If we somehow get this guy on and send him to the Hattie B's in Dallas, and have him document that.
Yes.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So, who is this person and why do we care? Why should you care? But before you get into this, I have to imagine that enough people who care about sports have seen this in some form or fashion, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on, you're watching your local news about the World Cup takeover. I have to imagine that at this point, when this thing starts tomorrow, the United States and most of the sports consuming public in the United States is going to be made very aware that the World Cup is finally arrived if they've been blissfully unaware prior to this point.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this guy. He is from Germany. He is a huge soccer fan, has a bunch of followers on Twitter, and said, I'm going to document my road trip through the United States for the World Cup.
With his buddies.
Yeah, I think he's with a group of people. And I believe they started they actually flew into New York and then flew down to Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, drove down through Florida at some point, but certainly did a lot in northern Georgia, went up through Chattanooga, and he was documenting it the whole way. And it is fun to scroll through and sort of be reminded, like, this part of the country we live in is absolutely beautiful. Like the pictures he's posting from Lookout Mountain near Chattanooga. I mean, just gorgeous sights, gorgeous drives, a lot of greenery. And he documented going to Walmart for the first time. He floated down the Chattahoochee River.
Did somebody tell him about the data center at the zoo? Well, I think we need to get Freddie on this because Freddie will document it for us and make sure that no data center comes within 100 feet of the snow leopards.
I think there was a statement that was released, but let me try to finagle that.
By the zoo?
By the data center.
Oh, DC blocks. Okay, very good.
So he drove from Georgia up through Tennessee and down to Alabama, all the way down to Auburn, where last night Argentina played against Iceland in a pre-World Cup friendly at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We talked about this when that news broke that was happening. Just a hilarious clashing of worlds there. So he drove all the way through Alabama, posting little gas stations in rural Alabama with like abandoned, beat up, 80-year-old cars that are rusted over and things like that. And then he arrived in Auburn. And the first tweet is a video from inside of Jordan-Hare Stadium. And the caption, there's an eagle flying around the stadium, which absolutely killed me. I'm sure he had no idea that was going to happen. Oh, look, a bald eagle is flying around the stadium. And just the views. He said, this is the craziest stadium I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot of stadiums. And he had a wide shot of Jordan-Hare Stadium where he said, this is the most, quote, the European mind can't comprehend this moment of my life. One of my friends said, punch me 5 times tomorrow, and I'll still think this isn't real.
Wait, so what was happening at the stadium?
Thank you for listening to the show. They had a pre-World Cup friendly, Argentina versus Iceland.
Missed that part.
At Jordan-Hare Stadium. He walked around Auburn's campus. He drank the highly overrated Toomer's Corner lemonade on campus at Auburn.
Slander.
And then he drove away because he said the hotel in Auburn was too expensive, so they went to stay in either Tuskegee or Montgomery.
Oh, God.
Yes, so he's getting the full experience. But it's things like this. This is what I love. He tweets on his way to the stadium, I love Americans. We were about to walk an hour to the stadium in the rain to save on an Uber, but the receptionist at the hotel we were parked in front of decided to drive us there.
That's wonderful.
Just some good Southern hospitality, worlds coming together, cultures experiencing other cultures. Absolutely beautiful. Chef's kiss. It's what I love the most about the World Cup. He went to Buc-ee's yesterday. And the tweet is, all caps, dude, LMAO, this is a gas station. And they went in there. They got a couple of brisket sandwiches. and enjoyed the brisket sandwiches on top of the pile of deer corn that you can find outside of a Buc-ee's. Like, this dude is having the most authentic Southeastern experience. I swear. It's missing a couple of things. It's certainly missing Hattie B's hot chicken.
Naturally.
Haven't seen him have any real soul food or see any live music.
He's not going through Memphis.
It doesn't seem like he's going through Memphis. And you can find some good soul food in Alabama. But he is, as I understand it, driving all the way down to Texas to either Houston or Dallas.
He's doing things that I've never done. I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, it is.
It's overrated.
It is overrated.
It's overrated as hell, unless they want to spend some money, and then I love it. But
it's just a really, really big gas station with a big-ass store with a bunch of merch. And, like, better than your average gas station food, but overpriced.
Nah, Sheets rolls over Buc-ee's, if I'm being totally honest. Sheets, yes.
Aren't we getting a Wawa in Tennessee? I'm very excited about that.
Wawa's good.
Well, Sheets clears Wawa as well.
You don't know that.
I do know that. Wawa is in Virginia. I've ate at all of these establishments. You act like I'm not a gas station connoisseur.
You're right. That's my bad.
Yeah, like acting like I don't know where the best gas station food is.
I will cede the floor to you. I don't need to go to Buc-ee's. I'll just let Freddie LA7 do it for me.
Something that is troubling, and we should not cede the floor to, is the second proposal by the data center adjacent to the zoo.
Oh.
So new documents show that a data center proposal next to the Nashville Zoo includes plans for a second building that is 3 times larger than the first one. Nearly 350 pages of permits obtained by WSMV shows what an Atlanta-based company wants to build in an office park against the zoo property. On top of the one-story, 69,000 square foot data center that we already knew about, the document shows the current 10-megawatt data center and a 3-story, 202,000 square foot, 40-megawatt data center right across the parking lot.
What the hell?
So in addition to the data center that we knew about, there is also a proposal to add another data center adjacent to that data center, which is going to further stress the power grid. That is 3 times the size of the initial data center.
Well, not even just the power grid, which is obviously fraught here in Middle Tennessee. I think some people got their power knocked out again last night. NES just cannot get right with that pop-up storm that we had yesterday afternoon. But aren't there massive, wastewater implications from these data centers? Like water runoff that has to be dealt with in some kind of fashion because of the massive amounts of fresh water that these things require?
Because, as I understand it, they cannot use gray water. Gray water is water that has already been used to wash shirts or runoff water. It has to be fresh water to cool the coils or what have you.
What do we need the data center? I don't understand. I don't know enough about these things. What is the purpose of this data center? Can it be put literally anywhere else?
It could,
put data.
Whose data? What kind of data?
AI, to help AI data functions. So when you ask a question to any AI, Google AI, ChatGPT, any of them, Grok, it takes an inordinate amount of power and water to fuel the data centers that are answering your questions.
Right. So every little recipe that you ask AI about, boom, gallon of water right there.
I don't do that. I have the New York Times cooking app. You should use that, by the way. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. 615-737-1045. We're down with data centers. Down on all data centers. Get them out of here.
No, we are not down with data centers. Quite the opposite. We're down on data centers.
That's what I just said.
You said we're down with data centers.
No, I said down on data centers.
That's good, because we should be down on them. Lonzo in the chat says clankers have rights too. No. I disagree.
Nope.
How long until we can't say that?
You have been on this for a while.
I'm telling you, I think we're not.
Are you worried that you are going to get canceled for slurring a machine?
I think we are not that far from that, not being okay.
Somebody says when Cumulus adds AI to your job metrics, you'll understand. I mean, I have job metrics associated with AI at A to Z, to my knowledge. I mean, Robert, what do we do with AI around here?
We've tested it, but we don't have any features or functions that we use on a daily basis.
This whole show is AI.
None of us are real.
It would be better if we were machines.
Do you guys know where Clanker originated?
No.
While it originated as an insult in the Star Wars franchise, I assume they were talking about the droids.
Okay, so the droids are the clankers.
Yeah. NPR put an article out
NPR would put an article out about how this is harmful language or something like that.
What is
But I
a
love NPR.
clanker, and why do we need this word?
I'm telling you. Here we go.
Has no one seen iRobot? You can't trust these things. I threw my Roomba out the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I'm not keeping any of that.
What do you think? It's spying on you?
Oh, I know. I can't live without that litter box.
No, well, see, okay.
I can't go back.
The litter box is cool. The Roombas, I just found myself being lazy. I was watching it, being like, no, you missed a spot, dumbass. Like, I could have just swept all of it up. It's not as functioning as you would hope.
I had a
it would be.
Roomba for a little while. It was like a birthday present, and like the thing, it would just like move the dust to different areas of the house. It wouldn't actually pick up the dust a lot of times. I feel like, at least the last one I had. Anyway. 615-737-1045, the number, the final hour, coming up next. If your energy has been off or you're just not feeling like you're used to, the Tennessee Men's Clinic, powered by Men's Pro, is here to help you because you're not alone. A lot of dudes deal with this. As you get up there in age, your body starts to change. And what you'll like about the Tennessee Men's Clinic is that they've been doing this for years. They're not just the newest fly-by-night place or sketchy online pill. You're working with true medical providers. They run labs and build a plan around you specifically, not some one-size-fits-all type of deal. They treat low performance, ED, weight loss, and even peptides like NAD+. Their treatments have worked for thousands of men, and most guys say they wish they would have come in sooner. Right now, your lab panel and consultation, just $99. So call today at 615-208-9090. That's 615-208-9090, or visit them online at TennesseeMen'sClinic.com.
12:01, good afternoon from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Carolina Hurricanes took Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final in Vegas to tie the series up at 2. Jordan Stahl had the game winner in the third period, and an empty netter made it a 5-3 final. First time in Stanley Cup Final history that both teams score 3 or more goals in each of the first 4 games. The series will head back to Raleigh tomorrow night for Game 5. Tonight, the Knicks look to win their first home game in the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden as they host the Spurs for Game 4. The road team has won in each of the first 3 matchups. Knicks lead the series 2-1. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Final hour is upon us. It will not be the final game of the NBA Finals because the Spurs got a win in Game 3 at Madison Square Garden. The road team has won every game of the NBA Finals so far. Knicks up 2-0 in San Antonio, and the Spurs went into New York to try and get right. Will the series be even by the time we're done with this evening's game? 615-737-1045. Do we feel like the Knicks have had any kind of legit dent put in their momentum where we've all just been talking about this is the Knicks year, and even Celtics fans are rooting for the Knicks, and Sixers, well, maybe not Philadelphia. I don't think Philadelphia roots for anybody, not even Philly. They barely root for their own team half the time.
Celtics fan Lauren Walsh said that she was not rooting for the Knicks, just so that's clear.
And congratulations to Lauren on her new job. She was at SMV for a couple of years, and now she is on her way back to Boston, right?
Yes. Very cool. Big leap for Lauren.
Hate to see her go, but she deserves it.
It's also home for her, right?
Yes. Yes, that is her.
Yeah, we met her dad at Coach Mack's memorial service. Apparently, it's 30 minutes from where she grew up, so I'm sure her parents are very happy. Very cool. She gets to cover a World Cup game as well.
Nice. So, with the Knicks, most of America seems to be rooting for the Knicks. A rare moment where most of America seems to be rooting for New York. Can the Spurs win tonight? Maybe not can, because they can't. They just won.
Yes, they're capable.
Will they win tonight? Because the turnovers for the Knicks kind of damn them. Cat had played Wemby really, really well, and I don't think he was too far off, but it wasn't his best performance in Game 3. I don't think that the Knicks should be underdogs in the series or anything like that with a 2-1 lead, but I do wonder if they're going to be able to establish themselves at Madison Square Garden tonight, because we talked about pressure about playing in front of the Knicks fans at Madison Square Garden with all this rolling. That pressure is to the nth degree when you lose Game 3 and now Game 4 is at home.
Yeah, the vibe switch will be very real.
Well, think about the vibe switch that took place outside the Garden just because they lost.
But I still think it will
Violence
be
in the streets.
I still think it will be, while tense, it will be a positive environment at MSG where it's like, all right, the hype for Game 3, like that place was an electric factory leading up to tip-off for the first NBA Finals game at the Garden since 99, and it fell short. They kind of took a gut shot. I feel like tonight it's going to be building back up. Okay, all right, dust that one off. Here we go. First win at home in the Finals since 99. But if the Spurs win tonight, which the road team has won so far in all 3 games in this series, the vibe switch will be very palpable in New York.
Oh, it'll turn so fast.
It will swing, man. And I don't know. I feel like it's the type of thing that could get toxic quickly, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, the Knick fans have backed this team all year and going back to last year in that run to the final. But I think we will feel a palpable switch in the tension if the Spurs have a 6-point lead with a minute to go.
I'm seeing some comments in the chat from Brent. He said, what Celtics fans are rooting for the Knicks? I would say that is false. I only bring that up because I heard in there, you know who Mike Schur is?
Sounds familiar.
Sure.
He wrote Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah.
The Good
Right.
Place.
Yeah, I think he helped with Parks and Rec as well.
Yeah, he did a lot with Hacks, which is the HBO show.
Yeah,
He's done a lot of those. Anyway, I was listening to an interview with him. He's a Celtics fan. He said he was rooting for the Knicks. So maybe not all Celtics fans, but there are some, at least one out there in the world. Wembanyama has the opportunity to just completely dismantle New York. I think if the Spurs win tonight, I think they win the series. I think you steal so much of New York's soul and that team's soul right out of the gates. Now, the one that I think is unbotherable, uneffable with is Brunson. I don't think you can really do much to shake Jalen Brunson.
He was excellent on Monday.
And he will continue to be excellent. I have no doubt that he's going to feature heavily moving forward. He's the most clutch player in the sport. But I do think if the Spurs win tonight, they win the series.
Yeah, can Wemby kind of grapple this series away from Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, which we say Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, but I feel like the best performances for the Knicks have been just balance across the board. I mean, how many 20-plus point scorers did they have in Game 2 in that win in San Antonio? Whereas Brunson kind of shouldered that load a little bit more in Game 3, but Wemby, second youngest player with 35-5 in a finals game. This is his opportunity to just silence that crowd and take this series back, going back to San Antonio. Knicks are 2.5-point favorites.
Did you guys see his quotes after Game 2 that Shaq kind of got on him about?
Who?
Wembanyama?
No.
So the final seconds. I'm blanking on the name of the Spurs coach. Either way, Spurs coach has a play drawn up. Wembanyama looks a little bit disoriented by what he's being asked to execute. 7 seconds left on the clock. Knicks win. Knicks win by a point. Wembanyama gets the postgame press conference after the fact, and he says, well, things got a little blurry for me out there. Like it was just essentially moving too fast for him. Shaq got after him a little bit in the postgame saying, well, if I'm the Knicks, I'm stepping on your neck. I'm using that to my advantage, this, that, and the other. But when you hear the full Wemby quote, and obviously I'm not going to read it line for line. I don't have it in front of me, but he's essentially saying, well, yeah, I just haven't seen a situation like that before. And so in that specific moment, I was unprepared. It got a little blurry for me. But you're talking about how young he is and seeing the way, I mean, he went into Madison Square Garden and took their stuff. That's pretty massive Stones move to walk into MSG, the world's greatest arena, and say, no, bleep you. I'm going to win your Game 3.
Yeah, for Wemby, that was probably, aside from the electric Game 1 against OKC, his best performance of the playoffs.
If you do not consider it to be his best performance, it is his most meaningful performance of the playoffs.
Certainly most meaningful, but that Game 1, they needed every bit of that 41-point performance in Game 1.
He was awesome.
They're not here.
But this is the finals. This is at Madison Square Garden. I know you don't get to Madison Square Garden without getting through that Thunder series, but still, the significance of this for a player that young, who could be by the end of his career, and I know it's very, very early on, but by the end of his career, we could be talking about him as the greatest basketball player ever.
Wemby?
Yeah. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not. People will scoff at that, but he's 22 years old.
That's what I'm saying. He just started, and he's already one of the best 8 players.
But what's the biggest argument about Wemby playing long enough for that to count?
His size and his health.
Yeah, his physicality.
Yeah, so, I mean, the poster child for this is who in the NBA? It's Embiid. It's a player somewhat that size. What was his issue at Kansas? Was it his back? He had some medical condition at Kansas the 1 year that he was in college. And I can't recall off the top of my head. But since then, Joel Embiid's availability is sporadic. I think you could describe it as best.
Yeah, Embiid's got a lot more weight on him than Wemby does. I think they play the game differently and have played different positions. But I think
for sure. But a foot injury to Wembanyama at that size would be damaging.
For sure. I think more KD than Embiid in terms of the challenge of maintaining a physical enough level in the NBA and that durability at that size to be that tall and that lengthy without the weight that Joel Embiid can throw around.
And Durant is the better comp, right?
Yeah.
Because they can both play from the perimeter. They can both play inside. They can both bring the ball up. Embiid can do this in spurts, but you're right. He's a physically different player than either of the two that we're talking about.
Embiid, wasn't Embiid weigh like 285?
He's probably close, if not more.
He's ESPN has him at 280. Wemby 7'4", 235. It's almost 50 pounds that Joel Embiid has on Victor Wembanyama.
235?
That's crazy.
Slender man.
And KD's 240, but he's 6'11". Man.
Yeah. So Durant, but Durant is still a quality NBA player. I know the Rockets didn't do much this year. But the thing, Durant would have been fine, probably would still be playing at the highest possible level had it not been for the Achilles. The Achilles set it back, and then him trying to play through or come back too soon from it when he was still with the Warriors hurt him significantly. His is just longevity. And how old is Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant's got to be 33?
Older than that. I feel like he's 36, 37.
No, he can't be 37.
He is 37.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
He's been playing since 2007.
Dude, Kevin Durant played for Rick Barnes in 2006.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, he did start and play in 78 games this year.
No,
36 minutes a game.
He's still playing at a high level. He averaged 26 points per game. Okay, he's fine, Kevin Durant.
And he hasn't missed. He's played in 60-plus games the last 3 seasons.
Who we got tonight?
I take the Knicks.
Yeah. I'm going to ride with the Knicks until the wheels fall off. I still think I can't shake the feeling that this is just the Knicks' time.
Yeah, Monday night was not a wheels fall off moment. That was they were outplayed. Like they were just flat out outplayed. They were not the best team on the court that night, even though they were at home.
And the Spurs needed to respond, man. The way that they kind of threw away that game too. Spurs had their backs against the wall. It was probably always a pipe dream that this was going to be a sweep for the Knicks' first title since '73, but it's not enough for me to move me off the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Knicks, you damn well better win this game. 615-737-1045, the number.
Get hostile in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to talk about the biggest turn in dialogue?
Oh, yeah.
From one single market about their team? Let New York see you catch 2 losses in a row at MSG. By the way, is Mike Breen, you may not know this, does Mike Breen do Knicks games?
Like for the local television broadcast?
Yeah, is Mike?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody said that the other day, and I said that's impossible. He does way too many national TV games.
Kroll back here said that he is the Knicks announcer.
Yeah, he is.
So he does all the Knicks games on top of the national games that he's doing? Do they have a secondary play-by-play guy?
Sure, yeah. I think most teams do because so many of these NBA teams have, pretty big name number one play-by-play guys.
Mike Breen.
Yeah, no, he is. He's the Knicks lead broadcaster on MSG Network.
Would a single person accuse Mike Breen of bias? He's the Knicks broadcaster, and he's calling this thing right down the middle.
New York native.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't bang him for that.
Nice.
It's pretty good. 615-737-1045. Headlines?
Sure.
Next.
Oh, with everything going on in the summer, it's such a great time for sports. Hockey, basketball, soccer, ping pong, volleyball, NASCAR, Formula One, rugby, hill climbing, nature gazing, bird watching, all of that and more, but not football. Football bad. Here's Lucas Panzica.
Man, that one, it really set him off, didn't it? Just that one little comment.
Why can't I enjoy summer sports?
I didn't say you couldn't. I said it was wrong.
What's the difference? What's the difference between I can't and I'm wrong?
Well, I can't tell you can't do anything. You're a grown-ass man. You're going to do what you want to anyway. But I can tell you that it's wrong for you to enjoy it.
So it's wrong to enjoy the Stanley Cup final.
No, it's wrong for you to compare them and saying like, I like this way more than week 12 and picking the worst teams possible.
Where was I in week 12 last year? I'll tell you if it was better or not.
But no, there's nobody. It's so good. Everything's so good. Let's talk about anything but football. Go. You guys do it.
Week 12 was, it was a decent game, actually. Titans Seahawks.
Cam Ward's most impressive outing? Where he faced a really good defense and showed that he was playing a little bit higher than a rookie standard? Oh, yeah, that was lame as hell. Nobody liked that game.
No, it's fine, but I'd still take the Stanley Cup over it. Don't be ridiculous. It's a Stanley Cup. First two games were in overtime.
Oh, my God. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do in WrestleMania.
Games 2 and 3.
This is what I'm... This is what I'm going to do when WrestleMania comes around. Oh, my God, guys. What are you talking about this for? We need to talk about Cody Rhodes. We need to talk about finishing the story.
I'll play along. I'm down.
No, you're not. You're not.
You haven't even tried that. You haven't even tried that.
I did try. I tried to get two very famous wrestlers on this show.
Oh, that's right. I did.
And everyone's.
I wasn't here for that. I would have been super down for that.
You were.
No,
here.
you
were here for that, and you guys shot down the Hardy Boys.
I was not. I was in Portugal.
No,
where was I?
You were here.
You were here.
You were here. You said, "Who is that? Are those the Detective Brothers?
The Hardy Boys."
I didn't even know they were a real thing.
No. I was not here because I remember you venting to me about it when I got back.
Oh, that I wouldn't let you have the Hardy Boys on?
Yeah.
Lucas was here.
It was a bad job by you. They literally would have been like the most famous guests we've had probably ever.
Okay, but I don't care. I don't know.
Like from suddenly old clout chasing Bucks. Not such a clout chaser.
Well, yeah, if I don't know what it is that...
we don't care.
Headlines.
I told you could have interviewed them, and I just get out of your way.
Yeah, so it's just me. Yeah, I'm sure that's what everyone out there wants to hear.
That would have been good.
All right, the Bird Rising Show here with Matt and Jeff Hardy.
You remember the one time when you and Jelly Roll went back and forth about wrestling stuff? I had no idea what the hell you were talking about. It was great.
It was good.
Well, what can I say? I'm good. But I'm not going to be...
I offered you the opportunity to interview these people. You said no.
Because we would have had to replay it on the show. It would have been more work for me than to just do it on the show.
Okay. Very good.
Aaron Donald. Could he come back just to be able to pair up with Myles Garrett? At the age of 35.
He shouldn't be allowed.
Multiple years. Why? What shouldn't be allowed?
He shouldn't be allowed to play for the Rams.
Well, let's hear from Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee Show. Now, let's see here. We're going to play this whole clip. Let's see how long it takes for this clip to actually get to Schefter talking.
In your opinion, how realistic is it for Aaron Donald to return to the Rams?
When you talk to all the people.
Hold on, that was amazing.
It's not, but it's not from McAfee. It's from his podcast.
Is it really?
One of McAfee's producers, I think, produces this podcast for Schefter.
It's Schmidt. He's like one of the only smart ones on there.
Okay. All right. Usually when we play a Pat McAfee interview clip, it's Pat talking for like a good 120 seconds, and then maybe it's 20 seconds of an answer.
But the man is making $60 million a year. I don't care how he does it.
In your opinion, how realistic is it for Aaron Donald to return to the Rams?
When you talk to all the people involved, nobody is coming out right now and saying Aaron Donald is coming back. But everybody is acknowledging that it is a possibility. And the fact that it is even a possibility in June tells me that I think there's every possibility it will become more real in July. And I think if and when they present a plan to him as to how he would be used, I think it's more likely than not that he'll be back. Now, nobody said that. Nobody said that. Everybody thinks, we'll see. It's possible. We're talking about it.
Wait, what?
He has to commit to it. It still sounds like we're a ways away. He has not gotten there yet. But the fact that this is even coming up, and the fact that the Rams have the team that they do, and the fact that Aaron Donald will get to play with Myles Garrett, and the fact that the Super Bowl's in L.A. this year, I just think the ingredients are there to make it happen. They're there to make it happen. And we'll see whether or not it actually does. But the fact that there's so much talk and the fact that people are thinking about it tells me that in the end, if I had to guess, I would guess it does happen. That's just a guess. Okay. No information.
Did he just filibuster that entire time?
So many qualifiers in there.
Well, he doesn't have anything on it.
No, he doesn't. It's more likely than not.
So just say...
But there will be possibilities of the likelihood, in fact, that the Rams could potentially present Donald with a plan. Just say, the door is a little bit open for it.
The ingredients are perfect, yeah.
Yeah, the ingredients.
The fact that this many people are talking about it means that it's a possibility. Yes, because it's the thing that the internet would be delighted by, because people are already photoshopping graphics of Myles Garrett next to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, but Schefter did say the words, I think it's more likely than not that he will be back.
I mean, that's significant, but Schefter's entire lead up to that just makes me think he has no actual information on it.
Yeah, no, and he said he doesn't have any information. It seems like it's a hunch.
Okay, should the information guy be allowed to make a guess like that without any actual information? Because that I feel, because he got aggregated everywhere yesterday.
Yeah, he took way too long to say, the door is not, I don't have any info on it, but the door is not slammed shut.
And I don't want to beat up on Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter is way better at his job than any of us are at our respective jobs. This is very, very small criticism for a man who is excellent at what he does. But I think it's okay in that situation to just say, yeah, there's no real juice to it right now. But we'll see. Unless you just got to fill a time requirement. I don't know. But that just felt to me like a filibuster. I don't actually have anything on this, but the environment's right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the most interesting
correct.
The most interesting thing about this is that Aaron Donald has not come out and shut it down. Said, no. When I retired, I retired. That has not happened. That is the most interesting thing about this. It does feel like there is a tiny little crack in the door.
People have played this interview that he did at the draft in April on Cam Hayward's podcast where he said he doesn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But that's the only Aaron Donald noise you have around that, and that's not even, this is months before the Myles Garrett thing came to pass. So, yes, I would enjoy that very much as a football consumer, especially if the Rams, how many primetime games do Rams have this year? 7? Most of the league?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, if they're going to be on TV every other day, then yeah, put Aaron Donald in there. Why not? Let's just all be entertained by it.
Give him a pitch count.
Just wait, who is the baseball player that at the end of his career famously just played home games? He didn't actually travel.
I don't know.
You're the wrong person to ask that question. I want to say it was like Roger Clemens or something like that.
The Cincinnati Bengals have restructured Joe Burrow's contract by adjusting the deal. This is actual news from Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport teaming up. How about that? By adjusting the deal, the Bengals will
work for the same company now.
Exactly. The Bengals will gain $10 million in cap space for this upcoming season. They could have restructured up to $19.2 million by converting his entire base salary for the upcoming season. That's phrased interestingly. By adjusting the deal, the Bengals will gain $10 million in cap space for the upcoming season. The Bengals could have restructured up to $19.2 million by converting his entire base salary for the upcoming season. So they could have, maybe they did, or they could have, but they didn't.
No, I read that as they had the ability to restructure up to 19.2,
okay.
Almost like an incentives, he can make up to.
Okay.
So they needed the cash. Paul Denner Jr. put out this qualifier after the article came out yesterday.
He's the Bengals reporter for The Athletic. He does an excellent job.
That is correct. He said, this was the fallout we thought might be coming when the Bengals traded for Dexter Lawrence. Yep. The club thought they could get it done when they wanted this offseason without it, but the money forced them to move the money around so Burrow's cash to make their new outlays work for them. So I assume that they thought they were going to get another deal done with Dexter that would drop his cash this year. But the Bengals being a notoriously poor, uncash rich, cash-strapped, broke.
Cash poor.
They're broke.
Okay.
They needed the money.
Yeah, needed the cash for the Dexter Lawrence trade.
Let's talk about Burrow. Where are we on Joe Burrow in 2026?
He's good at football.
Yes, when he's out there. His availability the last couple of years has been unfortunate. Lucas, can you tell me the last time the Bengals made the playoffs?
It was a Super Bowl run, right?
2022 postseason, yeah.
So 21
season.
Yeah. That was when they beat the Titans and went to the Super Bowl.
Yep. That's a long time for a quarterback who we believe to be, and who I think is, when he's healthy, on the same level as Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
I mean, it's easily the best quarterback, the best quarterback to be on a long playoff drought, if that makes sense. Like, easily, by far. Who's the next best quarterback to be
that's a
on
good question.
Any sort of playoff drought?
When's the last time the Dak went?
When is the last time the Cowboys got in?
McCarthy's second to last year. Because they were a 12-win team.
So, like 3 seasons ago?
That sounds right.
A couple of years?
It's been a couple of years for the Cowboys. Yeah, so it's, and we all think that we all consider Burrow to be
elite.
Appreciably better than Dak Prescott.
Elite. To me, Joe Burrow.
Dak is excellent. He just throws interceptions.
I don't think you can, again, like, health assumed.
Yeah.
You can't make a top 3 list of quarterbacks in the NFL without putting Joe Burrow in it, in my opinion.
3.
Yeah.
You don't, so who gets knocked out after Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson?
Top 4. You can't make a top 4 list without Joe Burrow in it.
Are you doing that just because you forgot about one of them, or?
I just kind of threw out top 3.
Yeah, because you could really just step in it and lose me for the rest of the week if you'd like to.
I don't want to do
recant that statement.
Stafford is not in your top 3?
Move on.
You said it, bud.
I'd rather have Joe Burrow as my quarterback than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Because I'd have Joe Burrow for...
No. Okay, single season.
X amount of years.
Single season.
I don't want to play that game.
No. That's the game.
No, I don't, but that's not the game I want to play.
I don't care about your game.
But I don't care about your game. Seems we're at a standstill.
I understand. Single season, Matt Stafford is better than Joe Burrow. You would agree? Matt Stafford right now is better than Joe Burrow. The reigning MVP of the league is better than Joe Burrow.
If he wasn't with Sean McVay and didn't have Puka and Devontae Adams.
It's a good question.
But, I mean, you could also say the same thing about Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
I think in their present situations, Matt Stafford is better than Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's in a better situation for sure.
And he's got a better defense. Like, he's got all the things that Burrow doesn't, right? He just doesn't have... Matt Stafford's best receiver is Puka. Puka is in the neighborhood of Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. But I don't really think that we're talking about the same caliber of player, right? I know their numbers are similar, and so maybe that's not fair of me to do, but Puka Nacua to me is not Jamar Chase.
They're a similar caliber of player. Yes.
That's a really tough thing for me to say, but again, the production is what the production is.
One can be better than the other. They are a similar caliber of player.
Okay. As far as Burrow goes, Burrow to me feels like he's on the Dan Marino track, right? Where he gets close, but he never wins one. Like, that's the worst case scenario for Cincinnati. Robert just looked at the skies, praying to the football gods above that is Joe Burrow's destiny. He can still win things, but he can't win the most important thing. He might be the biggest disappointment to me of any of these quarterbacks.
Burrow?
I just want so much more out of that. And I know it's tough because it's his health, but
it's health. It's a
but that can be a reason for disappointment. I felt the same way about Andrew Luck. Like, Andrew Luck was a disappointment to me because he just didn't get to last. His body let him down. And that to me is worst case scenario for Joe Burrow. But if you're asking me which quarterback, if there's a single quarterback that I've been the most let down by as a just objective football fan, it's Burrow.
It's hard to see him. It's crazy to say because he's literally been to a Super Bowl with the Bengals. But with the trajectory the Bengals have been on and the way that they operate, it's just hard to see him getting over that hump in a Bengals uniform.
You think he's got to go somewhere else
to win a Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Probably the NFC.
Not even just another AFC division?
Wait, I think if you want to question Joe Burrow, you have to question his decision-making in the face of injuries, because the 2023 season, he had the wrist injury in the middle of the season against the Ravens. He missed the rest of the season, wasn't able to play. He rushed back to be able to start the 2024 season, but they were like, no, just take it slow. He suffered
some kind of leg injury, wasn't it?
It was something like that, and they were like, no, let's just take it easy.
Yeah.
Let's just take it easy. And he was like, no, I need to be back. I have to get back.
Didn't
And-
Mike Brown sit him down on his golf cart and be like, no, you can't play in this game or something like that?
And he rushed him back, and he suffered another injury and took him out. Well, and then 2025, what happened? Beginning of the season, he got injured against Cleveland. He got a turf toe, was out, rushed back, wasn't fully himself. We were expecting him to miss the entire season, but came back, played against the Ravens, beat the Ravens, lost to Joe Burrow, and then was essentially shut down.
Tyler on YouTube brings up a fair point. Burrow is disappointing because a lot of things out of his control. Herbert has just been disappointing. This is my last year with the Chargers.
Yeah.
If Mike McDaniel does not get the best version of Justin Herbert I've ever seen and a meaningful playoff run out of it, I don't care about the Chargers anymore.
That's a good way to put it.
I feel like he has bigger caveats than Joe Burrow does, though, at least on the positive side. Like when he came in, who was that dumbass Chargers coach that they could have went to the playoff? Yeah, he had Staley, who was a moron.
Wasn't that against the Bengals?
Against the Raiders, I believe.
Oh,
they were
to
trying
make the playoffs.
Yes, if
and
they
then Burrow
tied, they
beat
both
the Raiders.
made it in.
Because wasn't it hugely controversial the way they beat the Raiders? It's a touchdown that wasn't really a touchdown.
It was a field goal. Or are you talking about in the
Bengals-Raiders game
Okay, yes.
in the postseason? I remember there being some level of controversy about that Bengals win.
Yeah, they said it was dead or something like that. And last year, Herbert had the literal worst offensive line in football in front of him due to injuries.
Yep.
So, I mean, he has qualifiers.
Somebody's calling the bat line.
No,
they hung up.
It was me.
Why?
I'm sending the number to someone. I was making sure it was the right number.
Who?
Our guest on Friday.
Well, I'm excited. Where will we be Friday?
Oh, we'll be out at Circus Sports at Mint Kentucky Downs. Quick drive up I-65. Great spot to watch all of the electric summer sports action, whether it's the Stanley Cup Final, the NBA Finals, or the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
So many good options, Robert, in the summer. So many. You doing it again? Which one of you is calling the hotline? Should I pick it up on air?
It's Robert.
Mystery Vortex?
I don't know what we can accomplish with this.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that was talking about all this summer sports stuff, acting like y'all know what the best sport in the summer is. It ain't nothing. The best thing is when football gets back, and y'all are sorely mistaken. First time, long time. Love you, Robert.
Hey, I love you too, buddy.
Who are you talking to? I saw you on video on the F&M Bank chat talking on the phone with someone.
Oh, that was my someone about my car's extended warranty.
Robert engages with spam calls.
Robert just did a radio segment by himself.
God, that would be, the guys that play
How
the
many fake
instruments.
voices could you do before you got tired?
Well, the one voice I think would have the biggest problem with this situation would be me, the Southern debonair lawyer and judge. I would like to bring to the case of the court one Mr. Rocco, who has been interpreting himself as a humanoid, and he is not such. Yes, he is a granite slab broken from the Mesothelioma era, and my friend Elmo here would like him discharged of his loyalty.
Did you just say the mesothelioma? What was that era?
Mesothelioma.
Isn't that the thing that they advertise? Like if you've been affected by mesothelioma?
Mesothelioma, yes, but the meso just.
So yeah, we'll be at Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs on Friday, 10 to 1. Hope you'll join us.
It's not just us, right?
No.
Are there other shows?
It is us. We get the special treatment.
It's us. It's Cover 2. It's 3HL.
Yes.
That's why I said it's not just us, right?
And Cover 2 and 3HL is what I said.
Oh, okay.
There are slot machines, there's food, and I'm telling you, it is a Vegas-style sports book. You will not miss a moment.
Last call for phone calls. If you got them, we'll wrap up the show next.
Tremont Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're gonna fill us in there.
We can take care of it, no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ms. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Right? And from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running upstairs.
We're not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, the way you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jury's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair? The courtroom is where I play ball.
Boy, Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no roof.
Not the end of the week, is it?
It is for me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to be sick tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I'm sick of y'all.
And I'm out Friday.
No, you're not.
Monday, too.
No, you're not.
You ain't leaving me tomorrow.
No, I am. I'm sick of both of y'all. I ain't going to be here. That's how bad I am at my job. I'm fading down the phone pot like it's the music. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
We're going to get there. So, yeah, Titans practice tomorrow. I'll be out there. There'll be media availability. I assume you guys will carry subsequent press conferences after the fact. So you can hear from Robert Saleh tomorrow. You can also hear from Ron Slay tomorrow. Reaction to Game 4 of the NBA Finals. He's going to be on the show in my absence with Robert and Lucas hanging out. That was a reaction to Brian Callahan talking about Traylon Burks. Didn't age well. Either of them. How could you get more wrong in one sound than Ron Slay squealing in delight because fired Titans coach Brian Callahan mentioned Traylon Burks, and this was Ron Slay's reaction. Yeah. You just shoehorned that one in there, didn't you?
I didn't mean to click it.
It's the second. I don't believe you. It's the second time you've not meant to click that one.
It's beside all the important things.
Lucas, Kirby Hocutt has put out another statement.
And? You just said half a sentence.
Yeah, what's wrong?
It's okay. What's the statement?
Yeah, what's wrong? Come on, dude. Yeah, come on. Get him, Lucas. What's wrong with this guy?
He doesn't have it pulled up.
I've watched the reaction to Monday's court ruling.
The athletic director at Texas Tech.
With great respect for my colleagues across college athletics. Many of them are people I admire, but I also owe it to Texas Tech and, frankly, to the truth to offer a few facts that seem to be getting lost in the noise. Brendan Sorsby has not played a single down of college football as a Red Raider. He will miss the first 2 games of the 2026 season under the terms of the court's ruling. What happens after that will depend in no small part on how his recovery continues to progress. We're taking it one day at a time, as he is. We'll evaluate his recovery, compliance, and readiness as we go. We are watching closely. We are deeply committed to his progress and well-being, and we are not operating on blind faith. We are operating on a comprehensive clinical and compliance structure that we committed to before the court ruled in Brendan's lawsuit against the NCAA, and that Brendan committed to as a condition of his return to our football program. Texas Tech is not a party to Brendan's lawsuit. We did not file it. We did not fund it. A young man in treatment for a clinically diagnosed addiction exercised his legal right to seek a remedy in court, and a judge agreed with him. Our role has been to support his recovery, not to engineer his eligibility.
He continued, I've heard the word, quote, integrity used a great deal in the last 48 hours. As someone who has dedicated his career to college sports, I too believe integrity is central to our industry's success. I also think integrity applies on more than one front. The integrity of sport matters. So does the integrity of how we treat a 22-year-old who sought help, entered residential treatment, and is working every day toward recovery. Those two things don't have to be in conflict. Oh, but they do, Kirby Hocutt. There's something that's called consequences. We all want Brendan Sorsby to get the help that he needs.
Yep.
Nobody doesn't want that. Nobody wants bad things for Brendan Sorsby as it pertains to this specific problem. But hiding behind the continuous hiding behind the best thing for him and his recovery is to play football and do the thing that he wants to do. Please. I mean, there's no statement that can.
It's a long statement.
It's a very long statement.
It goes on at considerable length.
There's no statement that's going to ease anybody's concerns here because this is a pretty black and white situation. There's no nuance here.
It doesn't need to be.
This isn't like a legal situation that it's he said, she said, it's got to be proven in a court of law whether they're guilty or innocent. This is so black and white. You gamble on the sport that you play in, the league that you play in, you don't get to play in that league anymore. It's been since the dawn of American sports or any sport.
The legal system is telling you it's not black and white, though, because this lawyer just finagled his way into a temporary injunction for Brendan Sorsby. He found at least a loophole for now. Whether that loophole will remain open is very much up to the people that will adjudicate this further. But now, the legal system, which not doing so hot in American society, is telling you, no, it's not black and white.
This sport is so broken right now.
Yeah, let's watch World Cup.
Say less.
Joe is in Murfreesboro.
I'm in Bowling Green, but that's okay. Listen, so this guy right at this moment, he's going to be playing it against Houston, it sounds like. So if we're late in the game and it's a 3-point game and we're inside 2 minutes, they're inside the 20-yard line, He goes back on first down. He throws a horrible interception. You know what people are going to think? They're going to think the kid bet on Houston. I mean, he's so tainted that anything he does is going to have that little mark on him. Did he do it on purpose? What's the problem? You know, who did he bet on? So you're right. It's a horrible situation for football and athletics in general.
Thank you for the call.
And not just that. Like, the thing that is ignored in all of these statements, like Sorsby aside, is that now there's a precedent. Like, realize the damage that you've done, anybody involved in this situation, and setting the precedent that if you are a student athlete, you can have information that nobody else has, use that information to gamble on your sport, to gamble on your team, your opponent, whatever. And if you have a good lawyer and you're a good enough player, an important enough player, making enough money,
and you go to rehab preemptively,
you're good. There's a path for you to be okay and to continue doing that thing. It's such a can of worms that it opens up. They keep focusing on Sorsby and his recovery, and that's a laughable enough thing to use that as a shield anyway. But what gets ignored in all of these statements is the precedent that it sets now for student athletes across college athletics.
So it's really hard to have the presence of mind to say, you know, like if you get the opportunity, or if you had the opportunity to talk directly to Brendan Sorsby, be like, it's a lot of money. I understand. $5 million reported, whatever the figure is that you stand to make from Texas Tech is a lot of money, and whatever additional resources may come your way as a result of being a Texas Tech football player. But are you sure this is going to be the thing that makes you happy? Like, are you sure this is the thing that's going to give you the fulfillment outside of the money? Because, yeah, there's money, but what the caller just mentioned, this dude is going to get harassed at every turn. I mean, it is going to become such a suffering in his life. He's going to be scapegoated. I can't even say unfairly, because he's pushing for this. So you stand to make a considerable amount of money, more money than a lot of people will see in their lifetimes. But is it actually going to be worth it? Now, that's a level of foresight that I wouldn't pretend to have. If you told how old is he, 22? You know, 22-year-old me, I can make $5 million and, you know, the rest of the world be damned. Okay, give me the $5 million, right? Like, I don't care.
Exactly, though, but that's the point. Like, that's the point. It does set that up now for 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, yes. 22-year-olds to have that mindset of like, oh, well, hell, if he can get away with it. It's just embarrassing, man. Their road schedule is an absolute joke. There are no real hostile environments for them to walk into this year, but they do go to Cincinnati.
I don't think it's necessarily just about the hostility of the crowd, like, as an environment. I think it's about the individuals, because if there's less of them, you'll hear them.
Oh, sure. But
you'll hear the insults.
I'm just curious what kind of environments they're going to walk into on the road, and they will go to his former school that, as we talked about the other day, we heard did turn them in.
Narked.
Turn him in, yes. That game is in late October in Cincinnati.
I did one poll. Is it worth playing a poll open for one poll?
Oh, you bet your... No, it's not.
Okay.
Presented by Two Rivers Ford, the one poll. What is the better time in the sports calendar? Summer sports.
What is this? Is he loud enough that he's reaching for other microphones?
Browns versus Cardinals. 60% said summer sports.
Great show today.
And those are the polls.
Summer sports wins.
Quick.
Summer sports wins.
No.
It was the other one, you idiot.
He's too fast. Too fast for you. See you tomorrow. Well, I won't. I'll be at practice. They'll see you tomorrow.